Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in the grind, no escape from me. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see I'm just a poor boy, scraping by minimum wage. Born in the shadows of the city lights, concrete cradle under endless nights. Daddy worked 2 jobs, mama prayed for rain. Bills like chains rattling around my brain. But I read the books when the wolves were at the door. Charts and candles on the bedroom floor. Stocks in the morning, real estate at noon. Silver and gold under the harvest moon. Sweat on my collar, fire in my veins. Every dollar saved was breaking free from the pain. They said play it safe, boy, stay in line. Clock in, clock out till the end of time. But the system's a cage with a velvet disguise, promising heaven while it steals your life. Rise from the ashes I built my throne. Turn pennies to empires of my own. Stocks and stones, bricks of gold, silver rivers in the stories I told. I broke the wheel, I broke the road, golden chains, no more. Golden chains, no more. I sold my fear for a pocket full of grit. Learned the hard math, made the numbers fit. While they were laughing, I was making my move. Every red defeat had something left to prove. Late night hunger and a borrowed chair, 1 cracked lamp and 1,000 stairs. I watched the weak hands fold and bend, then I doubled down and called it the end. Now the same old names come crawling back, knocking on my door with their polished stack. But I know that sound, I know that price. I paid in blood for this smaller life. They said stay small, boy, stay in line. Clock in, clock out till the end of time. But the system's a cage with a velvet disguise, promising heaven while it steals your life. Rise from the ashes I built my. Clock in, clock out till the end of time. But the system's a cage.
Hey, 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 it's not 10:30 yet. We are setting up, getting live. Penny Scout, what's going on? How y'all doing? What time? We close, right? 2:15? Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough for government work. You guys tired of my voice yet? Triple header going on tonight. A lot going on. But tonight, I have what's being coined the Tres Pesos, which is going to be myself, Senior Kaliilo, and SilverSerpents on tonight. Hopefully. I mean, I'm assuming that they're going to be coming on. But yeah, the plan tonight is to actually talk about precious metals, silver, stacking, all of that kind of stuff. It's going to be a great time. We're just getting started though, so yeah, buckle up, relax. We can just talk about, I kind of want to talk about like some origin stories. I want to find out what got these people stacking, what got them into precious metals. I know Serpents is kind of new to this. Hey, what's going on, SGT? How's it going? That was a fun little live stream over there on Silver Ocean's channel. I gotta be careful though, man. I spent like $1,000 on Ocean's to stream tonight, so he was like, yeah, he's like, you got some cool stuff for bins, and I'm like, I can't do it, because there's a certain coin I'd like to bid on tomorrow, if it's available. So getting ready. That was a good time over there. It was a good time for sure. So yeah, we'll see if the boys clock in over here tonight. I don't really know. I'll look through it every now and then, but yeah, we'll see if they pop in here. I'm sure they'll say hi in the chat if they do come on. But otherwise, you know, really, I wanted to talk about, actually, I can do this. You know, just want to talk about precious metals and kind of find out what really got everybody into stacking in the first place. You know, was it You know, was it a need for savings? Was it just, you know, you weren't comfortable with digital markets like the stock market or online savings accounts? Like what got people really wanting to go towards precious metals? Because really, like, it's always in my life growing up, it was always like the older person thing to do, right? Like your retirees or something are stacking gold and silver. It wasn't necessarily attractive to younger people, like, you know, 40 and younger. It wasn't really attractive. I'm popping in. Oh, come on in, dude. I pinned the chat. I don't know how to. I'm not the best with StreamYard. I prefer using Discord directly for this stuff, but yeah, you can come on in. I don't care, Penny. Come on in, say hi. But yeah, just I find it like interesting that like younger people seem to be getting drawn towards precious metals in this day and age. So maybe there's been a shift kind of like in mentality. That might be something worth talking about and discovering. But it feels like a lot of assets are doing really well right now. And you know, when everything is at all-time highs, you know, stock markets and housing markets, and you know, crypto's probably the only thing not at an all-time high right now, but gold, silver, I mean, I don't know, just feels like real estate. It feels like collectibles, everything is just kind of like near the top end of their all-time high, or you know, their decades highs and stuff. And it's like when you're trying to find value, your allergies are so bad right now. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. You got like that Benadryl stuff or whatever. Probably make you tired though. Whenever I take medication, I get tired. It doesn't matter what it is. Even non-drowsy stuff, I just get like cloudy headed and I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. But yeah, you know, for me, it was like a lot different for me. Like I didn't get into precious metals till like after I'd taken care of, or not taken care of, but after I had already invested in everything else. So it was totally different for me. Oh man, I don't want to run out of steam too early, but had some big dinner, stuffed up. What's going on, Catcom? Hey, Catcom, stay away from that 16S tomorrow, okay? Okay, yeah, prescription Zantac, is that what you're taking? Stay away from that Walker 16S. We don't need anybody bidding on that, but one person. There's one guy. That's it. That's it. Me, myself, and I are gonna take that one down. Oh yeah, I've got my tracker to like keep track of like what all I've purchased with Silver Oceans tonight. Freaking A, I went a little excited. I got 3 pieces of silver that I quite honestly didn't expect to get, but I got one. Picked up one coin for, it was a little, well over what I wanted to pay, but you know, also being a PF70 graded coin, cameo, you know, that was pretty cool. So whatever, you know, whatever. Let's go. I know, Catcom. Hey, stay away, Catcom. No. To the bitter goes the spoils, right? Yeah, it looked like a pretty decent copy, man. It was a pretty decent version of it. Probably what, VG, maybe VG, somewhere in the 6 to 8 range, I would imagine. I think pretty much once it has all the rim, when the rim is complete, it's considered like an 8 just straight out the gate, right? I don't know how that works out, but I think it's something like that. Just double checking. I don't know how these boys are at. Where are these boys at? Somebody get on the horn and get Kaliilo and Serpents, get in here and let's get this thing on the road. I got all night. Yeah, we are still really, I'm not sure how much you guys enjoy the charts and stuff, but I feel like technical analysis is pretty fun. But you know, we're looking at this point. Yeah, I mean, we're looking pretty calm. You can keep going. Look at that, man. It's like a straight line. It's like we're in a straight line all of a sudden, guys. I'm just kidding. But it's pretty cool to see us like finally mellowing out some. We'll see if it stays this way for 6 more months. I have a feeling though that once we get kind of closer to October-ish, we'll start to see the price come back up. That's my prediction, really. And again, I don't want to lose too much steam. I don't want to like talk about everything I want to talk about without the boys here, because once the boys get here, we're gonna probably talk about it all again. So we'll be, what's going on? Walker set. I don't even have one of those 1916 S's. I don't think Catcom. So that would be a new one into my books. We'll put it in there once we get there. We'll get it in there once we get there. Also, what are these things that people are doing? The 3D printing right now. To pour this weekend, or else I would jump on it. Yeah, you're good, SGT. You're good. You're good. We scheduled it for 10:30, so I started it a little early just to kind of like, you know, give people a chance to come in, settle down. You know, my streams have been a lot lower. Like when I was posting videos pretty much every day during the run up of silver, my live streams were doing really well. I was getting like 50 to 100 people pretty much every time I went live, and now it's under 20 most of the time. So like I'm like expert in killing my own channel, like the momentum. Hey ASC guy, thanks for coming back, man. Appreciate you guys checking in. The triple header I know can be a lot, getting all the alerts from the same channel and stuff, so I appreciate all you guys coming here. Shellfish, what's up? Mr. Selfish stacking himself, how's it going, bud? Oh yeah, pile on in, get yourself comfortable, gentlemen. Get yourself comfortable. We're gonna talk about something called precious metals. I've got this pile of like ASEs and like Libertads and this guy right here, right there. This is my Spartan channel round, basically. Kaliilo late in the morning and night. Yeah, Kaliilo does like his morning stream before his work. It's kind of like it's a tough time for me though, because it's like right when he starts his stream literally when I have to start work. So I often will like go into his stream and just say, hey, you know, have a good morning or something. And then I go to work, and then I hear his like music and stuff kick on while I'm, you know, working. And then I have like, typically I have a couple meetings between like 9 and 10. So I just have him kind of like on the background during my meetings. Oh, my silver, and I want my silver, and I want it now. Yeah. Well, I picked up a ton of stuff in the auction. That's going to probably hold me over. Honestly, it'll probably hold me over for the month. I always say like it's going to be enough for me to have for the month of whatever, June or something. But like, I'm such a liar, because I guarantee you the next time I see another good deal, I'm going to jump on it. But I picked up a few things more than I expected to today. I was really going for the platinum. I was really looking for platinum and gold, but I ended up picking up a few ounces of silver tonight as well. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, man, having a good weekend. We're about to get started, Shellfish. I'm going to be switching from kind of eating and drinking whatever I've been wanting to for the last like 8 months. I had a really bad injury, and there, you know, because of that injury, I lost a lot of my health momentum, because I wasn't able to walk for a few months, and kind of like went back into my bad habits. And I've gotten to the point now where it's like, okay, it's been long enough. It's time to pull my head out of my butt, you know, hear the big pop as my cabeza exits my buttocks. But it's time to get back into just working out, walking, riding the bike, you know, eating healthy, watching calories, you know, counting macros, and it's time to get back into all that stuff, you know. It's been long enough. Hey, summer's coming up. I've been outside a lot. Like, I mean, I've gotten pretty tanned up and stuff, but I've been doing some golfing. You know, I've got a golf simulator that I've kind of built up in my backyard and stuff. So I've been golfing a lot and like doing all that, but it's not the same. Like, I need to do like directed exercise, you know, and diet for sure. Time to get lean and mean like rural over there. We will see. Hey, what's going on? Ballander's painting. What's going on? I was able to buy 16 ounces of silver eagles today. Awesome, Ballander. Did you get those for a spot deal by any chance? Did you get them for a spot deal? Because I've seen a lot of like pretty decent deals on some of the online bullion dealers recently, where I even saw ASEs for like $77. So like $1.60 over spot at the time. Which honestly, I mean, that's a fairly good price for ASEs. But if you got them for spot, that's insane. There's 16 ounces of Eagles, man. Did you fill a tube, or are you gonna wait and try to fill the tube later on, like for those last few ounces there? Oh, let me go ahead and enter him.
Oh,
All right, all right. Señor Kaliilo, ¿cómo está, amigo?
¿Qué pasa, Mufasa?
Nada, nada. Todos tres. What is it? How do you say video in Spanish?
Video?
Okay, it's the same. Okay, tres video noche is a lot for me, man.
Yeah, bro. You like burning it on both. Was it burning on the wick on both ends?
Well, I don't have. I coach lacrosse, right? And so the lacrosse season is over. So here I am. I'm just like, I might as well spend my time doing stuff I enjoy. So here we go.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Heck yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you stay out of trouble, anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah. You spend your money as soon as you get it on gold and silver. You can't spend it on other crap. That's the way to do it.
Exactly.
Oh, my man, Bollander's painting filled his tube of ASEs today. Hell yeah, let's go, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, sorry, I'm being a rude guest. Hey guys, everybody, this is Kaliilo live is in the channel.
What's going on? Dom DeMarco.
Yeah, I have
my
some.
soundboard.
Yeah, my soundboard is like all jacked up because I transferred all the sound files, forgetting that like I had them linked to my Stream Deck soundboard, and so like now it's like can't find file. I was like, oh crap, I moved them all.
Yeah.
I'm trying to wait for Serpents a little bit before I get too deep into the questions. I had some questions for you boys, so we'll get there. We'll get there.
Do it. Shoot, we'll have
I got the ASEs out. I can raise this up and probably get more crap on the counter if y'all.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm about to get a few more things, but I'm trying to look for the live so I can engage with Das chat.
Oh yeah, it's up. It's up on my channel. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. You pull it on. Oh, there.
Hey, one day you'll subscribe and visit my channel every now and then.
I'm a lot more. I'm there a lot more than you think, buddy.
You're lurking in the background.
Of course, man. Shit.
My wife gets annoyed after every paycheck. I take like 40% out for metals. She'll thank me in a few. Exactly. See, SGT gets it. What's going on, West Texas Stacker? Everybody, we are 4-9s fine silver. What's going on, 4-9s? Lean and mean. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going on my old diet soon, buddy. Kaliilo, I gotta cut the carbs. I gotta cut the fat. It's time to get down.
Yeah, are you going carnivore? Are you going vegetable? What's the deal?
Nah, my wife's a wonderful cook, and she cooks like great meals of veggies and rice and meats and stuff. So I'll still eat normal, but what I'm gonna do is like significantly smaller portion sizes and try to get like 1,700 calories or less per day, and just exercise every day. Just kind of go back into like what I should be doing.
Yeah. Oh, I hear that, man. That's the thing between my wife and I, because she's an amazing cook, and all her food is Filipino food, so it's like noodles and stuff. But so the deal is, as long as I eat my vegetables first and the protein, then I can kind of enjoy the other stuff. What's up, Catcom?
Yeah. We got a good crowd. Penny, Catcom, 4-9s, West Texas. Who I got? SGT, obviously Kaliilo, that ASC guy, Shellfish Stacking. Who did I miss? I feel like now I've said everybody. I gotta like say E. Rodriguez. If I miss somebody now, I'm so sorry. I'm stalling a little bit, gentlemen. I don't know if Serpents is gonna join us this evening or not.
Well, Serpents is notorious for being slightly past due.
Okay, all right. So we can just kind of get going without him then, I guess.
Yeah, he's notorious, and he'll come in rolling hot. You know what I mean? He likes to make an entrance. That boy.
All right. I'll stop worrying about him like a little prepubescent teenager waiting for his date to get her hair ready to go for the prom or something. All right.
He likes to come in hot, and right when you're about to do something interesting, he'll show up right on time. He's good like that.
Yeah. I did. Tonight I picked up. I was over there hanging out tonight with Silver Oceans. I picked up. Listen to this. Listen to this haul. This is just from day one. I gotta pertain to day 2 tomorrow too. But a BU. I'm talking. This was a 1984-85 Engelhard round prospector. I mean, I'm telling you, this sucker was glossy, dude. I can't wait to show you that one. So BU Engelhard, 2.5 peso.
Let's go.
A Texas Fort Worth Goldback. You guys can make fun of me for that one. That's fine. A 1 ounce Buffalo round. This 1/10 ouncer that is heads and tails, and it's like the heads is like the lady's bare breasted chest, and the tails is her ass, and it says like tails I win, heads I win, something like that. It's pretty funny. So I got one of those.
Nice.
A Dos Peso gold.
Okay, okay.
A Walking Liberty copper bar. Yep, I've never heard of that one before. And then a PF70 graded 999 silver coin, Delaware coin, cameo, ultra cameo. So yeah, we got a little bit of a haul.
Auction?
Yeah, this is all just from tonight.
Nice. Damn, you fancy, bro.
What do you got out there? We got I've seen the sword before. Is that a gold buffalo? Is that a new one?
That's the reverse proof, the one that I just got. Did a video on that bad boy. That was a community trade with old Silver, my love. Traded him some of so he wanted my Comex slice, the one that I swore I'd never trade or sell. But he's like, well, I got this reverse proof buffalo, and I'm like, oh man, why you gotta tempt me like that? So yeah, that's officially the last of my ultra deep stack silver that I even be. Everything else is all like
all the silver's gone now, huh?
Specialty made stuff or Libertades, which I'm not gonna get rid of those. But
so now you're like Serpents, because he's got a lot of like specialty silver too.
Yeah, that's it. Just specialty stuff. So, but you know how it is. We're still stackers. We still keep on adding here and there. In fact, I just did a PMs for sale grab. I don't know if you saw it, but somebody had a sale for those Scottsdale. I forget the name of it. It's the dragon, but it has like a special, not a pretty, but it's like a special name. And so I didn't realize there was only like something like 237 of them, something like that. Okay. And so somebody on PMs for sale had 2 of them. I'm like, whoa, of course they would. Of course they would have them. So I grabbed one of those. So that's on its way. Yeah.
I haven't picked up too much from there right now, but I've been deep into graded Walking Liberty $half and also ungraded ones. So it's like more key dates, more rare ones, and that's been buying up a lot of my money and time on eBay and stuff. I've got 6 more walkers, like 4 graded and 2 raw, I think, on the way. So
you're on the 90, because I think I asked you the other day in one of your lives that you were at 500 total.
Well over 500. I think we're up like 525 now. Just keeps going up.
Killing it, bro. Killing it.
Keeps going up. Well, wait till silver actually comes back down to a reasonable price, and I'll go buy tubes again.
Shoot, I know. I was eyeballing some, but man, there's just, because as you can see, I think aren't you the one that pointed it out that gold and silver were kind of where they were in December, 4,500, 75, and so it's kind of like, well, gold is a good play for me right now, but still, if you can find good deals, spot, why not?
Yeah. I mean, and these are not spot at all. The things that I've been buying are like way over spot, but they're like lower end of the average market price over the last couple years. So I still feel like I'm getting a good fair value for what I'm buying, but it sure as hell is not anywhere close to spot. Like these are like $125 for a $half coin and stuff. So
so check that out. SGT just put in the chat that he's printing out that Macuahuitl tonight.
Yeah, he was talking about that.
Like this guy here, but he's gonna do his version, and I know, man. Once I saw his piece that he made for me, I'm like, I know
that was cool.
Make something like this, and make it, with his sazon, his flavor. Yeah. So I cannot wait to see what he does with it.
I need to send SGT like 10 ounces of copper and have him melt that crap down into some dice for me. That'd be cool.
Nice.
I don't know. I haven't talked about it.
What do you think about copper? Tell me what your thoughts are on copper.
I think copper, if all these people are calling for manipulation in silver and gold, copper is probably like 10x the amount of manipulation in that market, to be honest with you. But I would never stock copper because I don't think in our lifetime it's ever going to matter, because there's just such an abundance of copper available to the whole world. It's like 90% recycled. So like people always recycle copper, whereas like gold and silver really don't. Not as much. They're starting to, right, with silver especially. But yeah, so I think it's a cool metal. I think it's pretty. To me, it's the prettiest metal that there is. But obviously, with such a low valuation, it's like not going to catch the mass retail market's eye. But copper is great. Like, okay, there's 2 things that I think are fantastic for just straight up, like, if you wanted to make a business flipping things and making money, that you could then funnel that money into like harder assets. I would say gold backs and copper to me are like the same asset class. They're both kind of like sort of gimmicky. Their sales point is that like they're beautiful, cool collector pieces. And the other sell point for them is that they're so cheap that people don't care about paying 4 or 5x the premiums for what it costs, you know? Because it's like, okay, I'm going to pay $10 for a half gold back. Okay, they don't care that that's 4x the cost of gold. They just think like it's $10, you know, it's no big deal, or it's $5 or whatever. Right? It's same thing with copper. Like you pay for a copper round, a 1 ounce copper round for $4 or $5. Like you don't care that it's only worth 32 cents melt, right? Like you're like, yeah, okay, you just paid like 16x its value, but like you don't care. And so like if you can get them, like if you can get a distributor like wholesaler relationship with somebody with gold backs, right? You can buy them for like 20% back of spot or back of exchange rate, excuse me. And then you could just sell them to somebody or exchange them. Like it's no big deal. And same thing with copper. If you can get copper for like $1 a round or 50 cents a round, because you buy in bulk, well, you can easily just flip those and sell them for $3, $4, $5. And it's just a good way to churn profit and make money. And then I would take that money and I would put it into like stuff like gold and silver myself. But yeah. Anyway, what do you think?
Sucker born every minute is what I think.
Well, I mean, so I'm not going that hard on it because like I do think that they are beautiful, right? Like like I think that goldbacks have pretty good art. I don't think that they all need to have like a perfect AI flesh toned woman dropping her ass and tits on everyone. Like, you know, I don't think that's necessary. That's my disappointment in it. It's so disappointing. I really like 49 Silver's thought, the beautiful cost of convenience. Yeah, that's true. And yes, the fractionality, I get it. I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to create it to where it's like a currency. But I mean, at the end of the day, you can't, you know, if you zoom out, right? If you zoom out from the project and you're thinking to yourself, do I want weight or do I want fractionality? And so most of us who are, you know, pretty hard stackers and we understand wealth preservation, and we understand wealth accumulation, you know, we understand that fractionality isn't as appealing as preserving, you know, weight. You know what I mean? So I get it. They're beautiful, but man, they're so thirst trappy that it's kind of annoying, to be honest. It's just, I mean, like, really, look,
like,
they know their target market.
Let me ask you this. Look, let me throw this at you. Why couldn't they do like a cool Aztec pyramid with like a warrior or something, or like a prospector who's panning silver, panning gold, like in the old days? See, that to me is.
Or how about this, Kaliilo?
Boobies and
why can't they all just be depictions of like landmarks in the states?
Exactly. Like,
you know, like topography, landmarks, like all that stuff, like, you know, Big Bens and like, you know, the Alamos and, you know, just whatever.
Well, because they know what sells.
The mountains that are known.
Sex sells.
They know their target market really well. And you can't blame a company for knowing exactly what they're producing, who they're producing it for, and making something desirable by their target market. Like, again, I got nothing wrong with their business model. It's just like kind of like I really appreciate what's his name, Silver Dave from the local Silver Mint. I'll show you guys something real quick. Like I got here on the screen. Yeah, I've got them. I own them, right?
Dude, that's so cool, bro.
I only bought these because I want to support what his cause is, and it's kind of the same thing with goldbacks. Like deep down, I like what their cause is. Their cause is to try to get fractional gold into the hands of people who can't traditionally afford like gold ounces and stuff, to build a kind of like a secondary exchange of value. I don't want to call it money, but you know what I mean? Like currency that people can use to exchange goods and services. And they're trying to like build a grassroots systems, just like Bitcoin did, just like all these other businesses do. And I think that's great, man. I really do. And then the same thing with local Silver Mint, right? Like local Silver Mint is a mint. He's got to come up with a product, and his message, his goal is to get 1 billion, you know, silver bits in the hands of Americans, so that to protect them against, you know, the inflationary rates of the dollar and the system and all that stuff. And like, I respect his vision, so because of that, I bought some. Like, I own gold bags. I own that. I support these people's vision, even if I think that the product is, you know, there's other better things you could be doing, you know, like, or buying.
So I do have some breaking news.
Okay.
Serpent says, just woke up from a nap, gotta take the dog out real quick.
Okay, he's good. We got time. I'm not in a hurry. I'm sipping on some suds, you know, having a good time. Just ate some dinner with my daughter and chilling.
Yeah, so like I said, going back to that point, you know, I'm all for a business trying to, you know, make their nut. I get it. They gotta pay their bills. They gotta pay their employees, but evolve. You know what I mean? Like, don't just do the same thing over and over again. At least in my opinion, right? Again, I'm one of those consumers that I want to see something that's beautiful. Again, I don't need to just see a bunch of thirst trappy nonsense.
Yeah, yeah.
A couple of those Native
I'm not
American
16 years
ones,
old, you know.
yeah, a
Trying
couple
to
of those Native
beat it
American
to a
ones
gold
are
back.
really beautiful.
Yeah. So Warhammer
Warhammer
just
says-
said something interesting, and I want to bring this point up with Warhammer because I've heard this mentioned from other people as well. And so Warhammer says, like, silver bits are neat, but are also expensive. Constitutional is better fractional. Okay,
I agree.
agree and disagree in two parts. Here's why. Like, where I agree is that Constitutional is a more affordable, naturally fractional thing. However, let's talk about the name of this company, Local Silver Mint.
Yeah.
They're making stuff. They're a producer, not a retail store, like flipping, you know, Constitutional silver, right? They're not like buying Constitutional 18% back and then selling it 5% back. You know, like, they're a mint. They are taking in silver and turning it into pure silver that on this thing. And again, I'm not trying to shill for this guy. I think he does a good job doing it himself, but these say 0.999 1/10 ounce pure silver, right? So the thing is like, in a world in which these become required, normal people, like 99% of people aren't going to know that a coin, you know, a dime minted before 1964 contains, you know, 90% silver and blah, 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 and it's worth like $6, right? You know what I mean? But what they can understand really quickly is it says this is pure silver, it has 1/10 written on it. And they're a mint, so they're trying to produce a product. So again, I understand. I agree completely with what he's saying. It's like, just go grab some dimes if you want to do this way, right? But there are differences, and they also, again, this is their business, right? Is producing products.
Yeah, and Penny Scout makes a nice counterpoint as well, where he says, "Not when buyback is an insult on the 90%." I was chatting
true
with
too.
Penny
That's
Scout
true
in your live earlier about the 90%. I'm with him. You know, it's interesting. But here's another thought that I had. Right, so I like those points. But what about once let's say we get back up over 100? Let's say, okay, let's just for argument's sake, let's say we do hit 200, 300. Those fractional pieces and the Merc dimes, I think, are going to be really, really appealing. You know.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't care. Like, so I don't know why we're complaining about 10% back a spot when a resell, because, right, like, that's nothing. That when silver and gold, where silver was $18 an ounce, were you upset that you were getting $1.80 back of spot? Probably not, but that's 10%, right? I think people need to like understand percentages and how they affect their life, because like dollar amount wise, you're like, oh, it's $10 back of spot when silver's 100, but that's not that much money. Like, it's really not. Anyway,
people forget the premium that they were paying for Silver Eagles just a few years ago.
Yeah.
They were going for $10 below all-time high in some cases. You're buying something that is very high in the spot price realm, and I think that's where most people are going to be looking to buy silver, right? You see so many people online talk about buying silver strategies and using the GSR, but ultimately the cash equation matters too. Right, if the GSR is still 1:60, but gold is $6,000 and silver's $100, well, the cash ratio is off, right? Like, it takes more cash to acquire those pieces of gold and pieces of silver. So I think that's kind of where I'm at, is especially in today's market right now. It is really easy to get hot, like previously, very high premium silver pieces for 4 over spot, or like 6 over spot, maybe sometimes even at spot. And that's what matters to me, is the ecosystem, because this is new, right? Like, you go back a while, 90% you could sell it to dealers for more than spot. Most eagles, right? You buy an eagle for, you know, $5 or $6 over spot, which is a huge percentage back then, right? At $25, that's huge.
Yeah. I agree.
Right now, like, and people are complaining about 10% premiums on silver. The premiums are, percentage-wise, some of the best they've been in a long time.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys watch, but I listen to a lot of those YouTube channels where they run LCSs, like Vermilion Enterprises and stuff. just to kind of put my pulse on like what their region is paying. And it's funny, like what you're talking about is like people are okay paying, you know, $10 to $15 above spot for an American Silver Eagle, that when they go to sell it will probably get 2 to 3 above spot if it's in minty BU condition. But they're not okay buying silver or buying like constitutional like minus 20% and selling it back for minus 10%. It's like it's all the same thing. It's just like
it's percent. I think that demystifies what the good deals are, right? Because if you can say what the percentages are that you're buying from based on what you can get other things for, that's the market.
Yep. And it shifts, like you said, it's cyclical. Like sometimes some things will be in favor, sometimes they won't, right? I mean, like I'm buying 90% because it's not in favor. That's it.
Yeah, they don't want it. I'll buy it cheap. All the 90% I've been bumping into is below spot, and it's natively fractional. And I get what you were saying about people not knowing the specific equations of like how much silver is in this or that, but that information, like you have 4 coins you need to worry about: your dimes, your quarters, your halves, and your whole dollars, right? And if you can figure those out, and it's not hard, it's four numbers to remember, and then you just divide it by what spot is, and there's your silver value, right? It's not even. But
I feel like in that world though, like it won't even matter. Like people won't even be converting it. They'll just be like, I want 3 dimes. You know, I want 2 quarters. They're not going to be like, I need 1.3 ounces of silver and then trying to convert it into fraction. Like they're just going to be like, no, give me 2 quarters. You know?
Well, I think it's going to be right. It's face value, right? That's how most people sell it. So it's like if it's 50 times face value, a dime is going to be $5. Right?
Easy enough.
And it's all going to be cash. Like no matter what, I don't think we're ever going to go back to a silver-based currency in the United States, but you know everything's going to be against cash, right? And that's going to be what it's valued at, but. I think we'll see maybe more stuff to immediately liquidate at places. You know, there's a few states now that are doing those repositories, or I think that they're depositories or repositories where you can send your precious metals off in essentially like a savings account. And
Texas, one of those?
Texas is doing it. There's like 11 or 12 other states that are also doing it.
Okay.
I'm not going to participate because I don't want to spend my silver. But it creates a new precedent for silver and gold being used as legal tender and then gutting away from being taxable. And I think that's the main agenda with that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and who knows? We're all speculating on what the world's going to hold in the future. I don't think, I don't really think that in our lifetime this will ever be a concern. But, you know, I still buy the stuff and I stack it because I don't really plan to sell it anyway. So I might as well just get stuff that I enjoy.
Yep. Same here, man. There's some beauty pieces. I'm telling you, like this reverse proof that I just got.
Yeah.
And it was from a community member, subscriber, friend, man. So cool. Makes me so happy.
Well, the Buffalo is not constitutional gold, though.
Shoot, but it sure is daggone pretty.
It's in the spirit of it, right? It's like
beautiful to look at.
Buffalo design.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Buffalo is my favorite gold coin. It's got that like almost like raw gold nugget. I don't know if Catcom, are you here, brother? Or I just see a constant loading circle. Are you able to connect?
Oh, he's using that McDonald's Wi-Fi today.
I haven't heard him say anything, so he may not be in yet. I will say the stuff that Kaliilo's been picking up has got me turned on to Mexican gold and Mexican silver big time.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Hey, real quick question for you, Warhammer. What's the G to M ratio, gold, or G to W, gold to Warhammer army ratio right now?
I actually don't do the minis. I did so my YouTube channel is centered around a mod for Total War.
Oh, okay.
That came out before. Well, it came out around the time that the first Total War Warhammer came out, but there was a large disparity in content. Like the first Total Warhammer had like 4 or 5 factions you could play, but the mod had something like 31. And most of the YouTubers that had been covering the mod previously were going to the new title. So I capitalized on everybody who still liked that old content for the time. Okay. That's what I did. But no, Warhammer models are weird, man. It's it's like one of those deep collectible markets with a really diehard fan base.
Yeah, diehard understatement.
There's money there. There's big money there, but I don't know if it's like Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Those are like the collectibles now.
I just assume anybody who plays Warhammer's rich.
They probably got some money into it, or they play online.
Yeah. Kaliilo, besides the gold buffalo, what's new going on? What's going on, man? What's been new in your world?
New in my world? Well, I'm really enjoying the morning radio show.
Okay, yeah,
I did sleep in today because you know, I had a busy Friday at work. Had a lot of meetings I had to prepare for, but I'm really enjoying that, man. Honestly, it's fun to, number one, engage. I'm not spending 2, 3, 4 hours editing a stinking video.
Tell me about it.
It's man, it's just so nice to just, you know, log in, have all my pages ready to go, chat, have some coffee, wake up with everybody. It's been fun, man. It's really been fun. I'm really enjoying that gig, you know.
You've unlocked completely why I always just do live streams.
Yeah, man. It's just I enjoy it more. Even my wife knows, because she sees, you know, she knows that sometimes I'm like trying to get the an edit perfect or add the right little clip or whatever, and when it's live, it's just, you're just having fun with everybody, and everybody's just so cool to hang out with, you know what I mean? So I'm really enjoying it.
Yep. It's the good stuff. It's unfortunate that YouTube doesn't treat live streams as well as they treat videos, though.
Yeah.
They don't like to promote it as nearly as much.
Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. Whatever, I'm enjoying it, having fun. I'm also looking forward to, I don't know if Jamie G's jumping in at any point, but there's that release coming out in August from the US Mint. I know some people a little salty with the Mint, like who was it, Stack That Gold, which I can understand, but man, that release, that flowing, there was not the flowing hair, it's the cat bust with the silver and the gold. It's the silver medal and the gold coin. It's going to be about, I believe, about $5,800, maybe $6K, depending.
Wow.
But I'm looking forward to it because I know that if I can get my hands on it, and I'm probably be able to flip it within about a year.
Dang, we got two people. Humble Stacker said he won a 5-gram gold bar last night.
Wow.
And Roadkill in our community won like 4 ounces of silver and some gold as well. Last night or tonight on International Stackers stream. Like, we got some people just winning good deals out here.
He won 4 ounces and a 1/10. I was like,
yeah, that's what it was. Crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I wish I could give away that much stuff.
Dude, yeah, that happened to me on PMs for sale. I joined the they called it the Halloween Squares. It was my first year doing it.
Nice.
75 ounces. It was awesome.
What the oh, that's right, you said that before.
Dude. Holy crap.
Yeah, bro, 75 ounces, and I ended up picking up, I know I picked up something, you know me, I turn everything into gold. I'm pretty sure that's how I got this reverse proof right
A lot of silver.
Yeah, man.
Are you guys obviously, you know, you guys stack both silver and gold. Have you guys ever thought about swinging heavy into one or the other, or do you guys try and keep it a like a good ratio, or you know, like where you have 20% in one or 80% in the other?
I'll let you guys go first because I have a very definitive answer for that. So y'all go first.
Go for it, buddy.
No, Catcom. Anyway, are you here? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Hey, brother, go ahead and answer his question. He says, are you heavier in silver, gold? Why? What's ratios? What are you looking at?
I'm probably more in the silver, but I'm doing 180. I'm going in gold.
Oh, you are switching to gold. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, can I just also apologize publicly to Cockcam real quick?
What?
Catcom. I was
what?
calling him Comcast.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
So he sent me an email, and I'll keep that between us, but I swear I thought somebody was like scamming, because you know that's the world that I work in. I'm in government work, everything's a scam. And so the moment I saw it come up, but here's the thing, his email came all in the subline. There was no body, so I'm like, oh, that's easily a scam. And it said, please call me or whatever, and I'm like, but then I sent him a message in one of a prior chat, and I said, hey Catcom, did you message me? And I never got a response. I'm like, okay, it must have been a scam. And so today in your live stream earlier, I asked him, and he said, yeah, that was me. I'm like, oh no, I'm so sorry, my bad.
I even sent it on my good email. I didn't send it on my original email, because that usually ends up in everybody's scrap bin on their email.
Yeah. But no, I will definitely keep an eye out for you, Catcom. I promise, because I'm sure I can find you a good deal.
Yeah, I see. I sold a bunch of slabs the other day, and my check's in the mail for him. He got them for
Nice.
$84 for next day service, but it gets there at least.
Very
His
nice.
insurance would have cost me, oh God, I don't even know, what's $10,000 insurance?
Yeah.
Way too much. But anyway, so I got a check coming, so I'm going to buy a couple of buffaloes. I just bought
Nice.
a 1 ounce bar gold, and I'm going to try to get a couple buffaloes, and I'm shifting gears because it's like I typed up there. The ratio for gold is like a 5%. The ratio for silver is like 14 or 15% between buy and sell.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I'm going for more for stability than anything else. Now, I have silver. I have over 100 ounces of silver. Plus, I was a coin collector for a lot of years.
Yeah.
So I started selling off a lot of my slabs, and mostly the Morgans right now. But eventually, the family ain't interested, the kids ain't interested, and I figure, well, you know what? I'll sell them now because I know what they're worth. They probably don't, and I'm not teaching them.
Yeah.
They don't have the interest in it. So that's pretty much where I'm at.
Kaliilo, you kind of said it earlier, but you've kind of shifted your core stack to gold, right? From silver?
Yeah, man, I'm pretty heavy gold. I think at this point maybe I'm more I want to say 85-ish. I was about 80. Now I'm more a little bit 85-ish now at this point. And it's not so much like a strategy I had. I've talked about it in multiple streams that I was very heavy on silver. Not last year, but the year before, when silver was still 30s, 30s, maybe early 40s, whatever, which wasn't that long ago. The moment I saw tides changing, right, the writing on the wall, whatever, I backed up the truck. I probably spent like my next 3 paychecks all on silver, 15-20K. And then immediately I saw the GSR just start to move, and I started moving into gold. And I'm just like, because ultimately my goal is wealth preservation, and my personal goal is early retirement. That's what I'm trying to do so that I can, move with my wife to the Philippines. So ultimately that's my goal. And so this is for me the best way to do it. So I've just been taking profits, all the silver that I bought in the 20s, the 30s and the 40s, flipped it into gold. In my opinion, I've made some really good profits. And so yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So as far as silver goes, just pick up pieces that I like I got that the new shark tooth, and I got the piece from SGT. So just now at this point, just getting pieces that I like here and there.
Okay, awesome, man. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I can tell you guys, for me personally, I my goal was to get my total asset allocation up to 5% in silver and gold. And at the time that I was buying heavily, silver ratio to gold ratio was like whatever 80-90 to 1, right? So I was like all in on silver. And then as silver kept going up in price, gold went up first, right? And then gold kind of stabilized, and then silver kind of played catch up.
Yeah.
And then really once we got to like 70 to 1 and under, I have been shifting. I mean, I say this, and I bought silver tonight, so you can call me full of crap or whatever, but I've shifted to pretty much only really seeking out and buying gold. As like, value wise, like dollar wise, it's significantly more than what I'm spending on silver, even though, I'm still buying, like $1,000 of silver here or there, but gold is much heavier. And so the way I kind of calculate everything pretty detailed, but the constitutional silver, I value it at 25% less than spot. So, just multiply it by 0.75, right? And so when I'm looking at all my total asset allocations, I factor all that in. And so like, if precious metals go up and I get close to that 5%, right, I'll just slow down spending, or I'll buy like a piece of gold, right? But I got to the point recently where I'm like, well, I don't want to hold cash still. So, and I'm just switching that gold to 10% now, and I'm doing it pretty much all in gold. So I'm going to change it to where like my silver is almost not even considered as part of my asset allocation. I'm going to just shift it all to gold. And then the silver will be stuff that I trade into gold or trade into other things over time or sell off or whatever. But if it gets back up to like 100 to 1, I'll just shift and I'll go back into silver and wait, But gold is my end game. Primarily because it's a tier 1 asset, right? Like I can get a couple $100,000 in it, and I can take out loans against it and things like that. I can use that to leverage into other assets that will generate interest and income, and then I can use that income to generate more. And that's the way I do all my money anyway. So, probably
pocket change.
Yes, that's what it's going to become. Yeah. Who's this?
The loan. This is Warhammer.
Oh, Warhammer. Okay.
I can see the loan allocation thing, like using it as capital without actually having to spend it, as something, especially if you're going to use that for other investments that you think are going to do well over time or have a good, like, consistent percentage return. You still have your gold stat, right? And it's just the loan it stays nominally what it was at, and then your gold can still appreciate. My issue with gold, and I'll just be honest, and I have put my money where my mouth is. I've shifted almost 99.9% entirely into silver at this point.
Okay, the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, and I did it all prior to, like, basically when the GSR was above 60. I don't know if I do it now. I still have a few gold pieces, but sub 60, I don't feel comfortable doing it. But ultimately, I do think we're entering into a new paradigm where gold has been a relatively stable store of value. But why? Right? Like the gold thing, right? It has been historically recognized, and we do live in a very anomalous time where it isn't. But we also live in a time where certain things have been let out of the bottle that you can't put back in. And I see gold as being very similar to Bitcoin, or at least having the same criticisms, with the exception that you can still hold gold in your hand. The gold is valuable because other players are making it valuable, and they know that. And we've even seen some large states sell gold off in mass when they do need capital. So there is an undersetting of gold below capital as need, right? Gold serves capital in a lot of those investors' minds, which are what causes gold to become valuable for us, right? Is their want into it and what they pay. I don't think gold's going to go to zero. I just want to be very clear about that. But I do see silver becoming and emerging as an energy sector material, really threatening the historic GSR that we've come to become comfortable with, right? Like, I know a lot of people have strategies like, above this, I buy this asset, below this, I buy this asset. But I think those days may be coming to an end, or at least in the traditional sense that they've been traded for the last 30 to 50 years.
Sounds more like to me like you don't think gold's going to necessarily have an issue. You think that silver's just going to be seen as it's just going to flop rolls, and silver's going to be that thing that everybody's chasing for industrial and monetary and whatever.
The mining rate is 1 to 8, right? Anything below that, I think silver's overvalued. But anything above that, I think silver can come down to it. Obviously, there's still stores out there, but gold's been kept track of way better than silver has. Like, we don't keep track of our silver in the same way we do. We don't recycle it the same way we recycle our gold. And I think there's far less silver to be consumed at a global industrial rate than people realize. Like, for retail, that's different, right? For us just buying and holding it, because we do that for money. But ultimately, it's going to become consumed, and there will be less silver. And I don't see that going away unless, like, we come out tomorrow with some, like, 0-point energy solution. The mass solution I see is that more and more people are going to invest in it to be a counter to oil. Because no one likes what's going on right now with the Middle East. And this will happen again. And, like, we are going to have more oil wars in the future. This is not the last one that's going to happen.
Nah.
And I think countries are going to want to say, look, we want more stability when that happens. We just don't want to be we want to choose to be able to not buy as much oil or not need to consume it as much for our energy sector.
There's been more years of my life where we've been at war over oil than not. But let's real quick, let's welcome our man SilverSerpents in here. SilverSerpents. There's an open question. There's an open question out there.
Good morning, SilverSerpents.
Good.
Yeah.
Good, Lilo.
Are you more focused on, I'm probably paraphrasing here, are you more focused on gold or silver for your primary stack, and why?
I feel like that's kind of shifted a little bit to kind of I don't know, I've been a little bit maybe more gold heavy. Monetary wise, probably it's been about a 50-50, maybe more heavy on silver. But I guess I'm kind of changing my stacking strategy, trying to, although I'm doing a very, very bad job of it, to buy less collectibles and more generic bullion. Things that, like, if the GSR drops or if silver spikes again, that I can liquidate to move into gold or to capitalize on something else. But I guess my focus is more gold heavy going forward. But monetary wise, maybe like 40% gold, 60% silver, just as far as dollar amounts. Just because I guess, like you were saying earlier, like I see gold as, you know, it's a tier 1 asset. It dropped less at the end of January. And then it's kind of been hanging out at that steady 45 to 4,700 range, where silver's kind of been up and down $10, $15.
That's a lot of silver channels in their name switching to gold. What's going on, boys?
Yeah. Oh, word.
I just want to silver
But,
I had FD do me some silver pours. Like I wanted to buy some gold with this paycheck, but I wasn't able to pick up any. But I got, I think, like 4-5 ounces on the way.
You guys give me a couple more months, I might be the national vendor of pesos and dos y media pesos. I've been buying the hell out of those things.
Let's go, buddy. Let's go.
I saw you on Silver Oceans buying that dos peso earlier.
Gold Serpents, Gold Dragoon.
Yeah, the gold dragon for sure. No, I'm all for the gold, man. I love
right
gold.
Here, man. You got to get you one of these bad boys.
Nice.
Gold Dragoon. Boom.
So the dragoon, just so everybody knows, the dragoon is more like a knight or a soldier, not the actual dragon animal.
The beast.
Yeah.
Amina, what's going on? Yo, can I point out SGT? I don't know if he's still in the chat, but he had put a question up earlier asking us about, for us married guys, how our significant others feel about our streaming and content creating, you know? I thought that was an interesting question.
I mean, I can answer it. I'm married with a kid. I pick and choose times, right? Like, so there's a reason why, like, I go live typically after 8 p.m. It's because my wife's kind of winding down and done by 9 anyway, so she's good with that. The other thing is, I've also been doing this for 10 years, and I think my wife knows at this point, like, that I'm the kind of guy, like, I have to stay busy and stay productive. Doesn't matter if I'm working on the truck or outside or golfing or reading or creating a business, or like, if I'm not busy, I'm like a depressed or an asshole. So like, I have to stay busy. So this is just one way for me to like funnel that energy into something else, you know?
Yeah, I think you and I share that in common, probably in different ways, but I'm the same way. I don't have, like, you know, cable TV. I don't have social media. YouTube is all the social media I have. And yeah, I need to keep my mind busy. Otherwise I tell people I start to short circuit. If I'm not reading a book, if I'm not learning something, if I'm not watching the documentary, you know what I mean? Like, I start to short circuit.
I get it.
But yeah, I'll answer. So yeah, my wife is pretty supportive. In fact, she's actually the one that told me to start making content from the jump. I was just watching it on the sidelines and I enjoyed it. And she's like, you know, she made this comment. She's like, "You're really smart. You should be able to make content just like them, if not better." And I'm like, well, you have to say that, you know? But
yeah, she was you were probably watching my channel when she said that, huh? Jackass. Yeah, I know what's going on.
It was just an interesting, you know what I mean? It was an interesting time because it actually was during watching, Monday and Saturday with Vegas and BCS.
Oh yeah, the boys, yeah.
Yeah, and then who was it? 1,000 there doing his lives, and so yeah, I thought it would be cool. I was like, you know what? Why not? You know, have a little bit of fun. I'm spending my time watching it. Might as well start, you know, making it.
Yeah.
You know. So, anyways.
Yep.
Amen, SGT. I'm definitely blessed, man.
I'm lucky. I'm retired, so
do what you want.
Well, no, that's not true because, you know, all the kids are out, and then 2 showed up again. So now my wife laughs because she's like, you know what? Go buy some gold. So I hung around and bought a gold bar. And she was surprised that I decided to sell off my slabs. And I'm like, you know what? I had them for a lot of years, collected them for a lot of years. They're worth a lot of money now. And I said, I'm just going to buy them and turn it into gold. And she's all for that. And now when she comes in my one bedroom here where I got my little setup and show up a door and go, are you live? Or are you...
Yeah.
So I mean,
are you decent?
Are you are you with company?
But I mean, we get along with all that, and like I says, you know what? I'm up there in the years, so you know what? If shit hits the fan, it'd be easier for her to sell off gold and silver than to try to negotiate with the collector coins I have. So I'm starting to move them out, and this was a big step when I sent out the guy that dealer in Texas. We've talked before, and he comes up Ohio every now and then, and I told him, and I said, we'll see how the first one goes, and you know, so I'm already putting another box together for him, and you know, he's paying more than anybody, so I'm all right with that.
Nice, yeah.
You know, so I says, he keeps sending me checks, I keep sending him coins, and you know, I'm just buying gold right now. Maybe once in a while, I think I pick up a Libertad tonight. Oh, I'm waiting for the music.
Yeah, off the auction, right?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the music from Kaliilo.
I feel like SGT needs to come up here on stage, man. He used to have a little bit of a therapy session.
Yeah, poor SGT. He's like listening to us talk, and he's like, man, what's wrong? No, it's like what's funny, y'all are talking about, like, you know, wives being supportive of precious metals. Like, my wife, like, she's like 100% on board with this idea that we have to move cash. You know, first world problems, right? We have too much cash, but like we have to move cash to hard assets. Like, we have to, or we're gonna like lose so much value over the next like 10 years. So and again, everything I do is long term. So I'm not the guy that, like, while I pay attention to short term trends, like, I pay attention to all these markets and stuff, and I try to see which ones are overpriced and underpriced, which ones have good opportunities and low risk, etc. Like, whatever I move my money into, it's for a long-term time horizon. So I just don't want, I mean, my like, what I would consider my cash is probably generating like 5.5% interest annually. And that's like stuff that's in, you know, different types of, you know, accounts that can be invested, or high yield accounts, stuff like that. So it's like a combination. And that's still decent, but like, you want stuff like gold and silver was never that place. I was never putting money into gold and silver as a place to like try to like outpace other investments, you know? So like when it went up like 120% or 130% in the year, like that was just like a happy benefit. My whole plan was, my plan was literally like, when you start breaking over 150K cash, you have to start dividing stuff up into multiple accounts. And like, you know, it's like, what's the point of having it? Yeah, if you're not going to use it for something, what's the point of having it? So it's just like start moving it around, because we were going to buy land and a house, we just never did. So it's like, we've got to do something with it now. So help it out.
Talking about it.
Well, there can also be the reverse side of that too, is that when you're up in your investments and you're sitting on a large cash pool, it can be very easy to talk yourself out of selling those investments when it's time to step out, even if it's, you know, like, you're like, even if you're sitting on 150K in cash, it's like, hey, we're up 300% in this asset, do we sell? And the truth is, it's like, in certain situations the answer is yes, and in others it's like, well, do we need the cash? Why would we trigger a taxable event?
Exactly.
I mean, that's what we ended up doing. We ended up selling a home. We ended up selling a house that we owned, that we had somebody living in. Well, they had moved out, but then we ended up selling it. We're like, and the whole idea was, right, to like transfer it into something else, but we just never ended up pulling the trigger. You know, it's harder when you have a kid in school. Like, if I didn't have a kid in school, like, I'd be shit. I'd have properties all over the East Coast.
Yeah, I had sold a ranch, and we had some leftover cash.
Yep.
And we were up in crypto at the time, and I just talked myself out of selling it, because I was like, look, I'm sitting on cash right now that I want to diversify. I don't want to sell because I'm in long-term capital gains right now, and I don't want to lose that status. But ultimately, it was the right like I did sell eventually. I should have stepped out sooner, but in my mind, I had a lot of reasons not to, but it was the time. Like looking back, 2020, that was the time I should have. And there are other things that, indicators that it's like this is looking like it's kind of getting to be the top of the market, but we haven't seen alt season.
Oh, shit. When houses were selling and when you had like 8 bids before the house even made it to the market, there's your sign, right?
Well, the housing is weird too because it's not it's not usually treated as like a pure investment class by most people. At least until this last cycle, when the boom was because we had institutions treating it as an investment class type of investment, right? Where it's like there's an enormous amount of speculative money coming into houses. Housing turnaround times are like 5 days from list.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Average. Yeah, crazy fast.
When the former average was like 45 to 60 days.
And now it's long. Now it's like 4 to 6 months.
It's long now, but also like the prices haven't come down enough and the interest rates are too high. So it's like even though it's a buyer's market, nobody wants to buy. And then the sellers, oftentimes they're selling because they need to move into somewhere else and they can't afford to move into somewhere else.
Well, and
so it's they're trapped.
Yeah. Well, and some people just take it off the market and say, I'll live here for another 3 or 4 years.
Yep. I've been following a lot of markets for a couple of years. It's interesting.
Most people have that option. They have the option. If rates aren't favorable, it's a good reason. If they have a good rate too, right? If they're in a 2%, and they got like a rate during COVID, it doesn't make sense to sell your place now for a place that you're gonna get like a 5 or 6% rate on. No way, bro. Like
that's what I meant by they're locked into their current home. Is like, there's no reason to live anywhere else right now.
Yeah, and if it's hard to sell your home to then pay off your new place, then like, okay, well, yeah, we'll just sit here until the market's better. And the thing is, the people who can't do that are the institutions. Like they cannot afford to just sit on it because property taxes roll around, man, and they're high. Like I live in Texas and we have very high property tax rates here, and it is one of my biggest expenses year on year is my property tax. And it's like, yeah, you got to pay it. And if you don't, they take your property. So, all those institutions sitting on 500 or 600 houses, maybe more, thousands of houses in some cases, their payouts are big that they have to make every year in cash, right? You can go through loan companies and get like 10-year loans at like 30% though. I don't think those institutions are doing that. Maybe they are, but it's best for homeowners, right? It's like you as a homeowner, you have more time to wait. Usually housing, it's just not an asset you have to liquidate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know that I don't think I'm getting to the point where I don't think I'll ever sell a large asset again. Like if I have a property, like where, if I move, I'll just convert it to a rental, hire a management company, and just call it a day. I'm getting to that point where I just don't see the purpose of selling anything anymore.
Yeah, the management companies are big because their cuts are not terrible.
It's like 10%, 15% tops. Like it's not
really
big deal.
Not bad. It's not, and they'll handle everything. It's still a liability is my only issue. You have other people living in your house. Yes, insurance will pay most of it, but I have 2 other properties, and we've had one property where during COVID they decided they didn't want to pay rent as much, and they ended up owing me about a year in back rent.
Yeah,
I evicted them, and there were tons of problems they did not bring up to me, and now the house isn't livable. I'm gonna probably have to spend $80,000 to get it back up into shape, and it's like, damn, like that's just the rental, the management company would have been the better way to go because they wouldn't have tolerated that. But COVID was unique, right? You couldn't evict people during COVID.
Jaime the G is here.
Oh, hi, Jaime.
Oh,
what's up, fellas?
Bro, look at that. What you got there?
Oh, that's an oldie but a goodie. The Liberty series. Took this over with met the Hubble Stacker and Bear on his one of his live streams, and he introduced me to the LCS that he goes to, which is quite literally about a mile away from me. And
Oh man, I gotta get my sunglasses. Hang on.
oh, sorry, Cat Cow. I forgot about that, buddy.
I need to get my my penis enlargement pills whenever Jamie comes on here.
Now here's the real question, Dragoon. Have you ever thought about doing land, like a larger amount of land, and
Yeah.
then doing like an actual production on the land itself?
I've thought about a lot of things, Warhammer.
You should think about it. I'm telling you, it's not bad. Cattle are doing pretty good now. And
I'm looking at
make
Tennessee
more.
because there's no income tax in Tennessee, and they have like almost no property taxes in Tennessee. So in my mind, I'm thinking that's going to be a great place to own properties, land, and then ultimately retire, because I would have like almost it's like a sub 1% net tax burden to live in Tennessee. So I'm
How
like,
old are you, if you mind me asking?
I'm 42.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's still like that. You're way ahead of most people at your age. There's a lot of
TMG and half ounce crew.
who are not halfway to where you're at.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked about it before, but I've been focused on it my entire life since I was 18. Like, I sacrificed a good, 18, 20 years of my life to work, save, and invest. And that was pretty much what I did.
What
I
do
was
you do?
thinking about opening up a Leering Center in Minnesota.
Hey, I don't blame you,
That's
man.
good money, from what I hear. Yeah,
Yeah, and you don't have to even take care of that many people.
the government pays you too. Get your
Don't
taxes.
have to sweep the parking lot or nothing.
Yeah, and then you just need to hire one or two patsies to take the fall for you, and you're good to go. But
You don't even know how to spell.
Kaliilo, Kaliilo, what are you doing?
it's a great opportunity for all stackers.
y'all been learning from the Madoff. Was it what's his name? Bernie Madoff.
Tim Waltz.
My parents
Yeah.
feel better than this.
Well, I've turned around when I started listening to Tim Waltz.
Yeah.
Oh Lord,
Yeah.
that's a pretty coin you got there. Hey, look, I may look. Hey.
What do you got there? Let me see.
St. God's are so
St. Gardens, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When I do go back into gold,
This is
I
a high
do-
relief one. Yep.
Yeah, I know yours is better. Okay, I got it, Jamie.
My plan is to pick up a whole bunch of those pre-33s again.
Yeah, they're good stuff. I like it all. I mean, it's like in my mind, it's like if I'm gonna have gold, I might as well have something historic and like it's crossed hands. It's been used as currency. It's got history of the United States in it, and it's still gold. And same with Mexican pesos. I mean, if I'm gonna buy fractional, I'm telling you, like this dos peso and stuff is like, or that's a dos y media, but the dos peso to me is like, I don't know, it's like the fractional for me. I love it.
Yeah, they're only a few $100, right? I think I was seeing them for like $200 or $300 the other day.
Yeah, they're like
Like
1/21th of an ounce, basically.
Oh yeah, you know
That's
the math.
really cool.
I'll say if you get 21 dos pesos, it's an ounce.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
Yeah,
they're
I like
just
that a
under
lot.
20.
And the premiums
Yeah,
are
they
kind
have
of
really low.
right? Like they're
Yep,
not.
very
Dude,
low premium.
Most
You
of the
can get
time,
up to spot.
yeah, well, or spot, or like within 5% of spot, which is as good as like or better than a 1 ounce piece most of the time.
See, I just when there are options like that on the market, and this is kind of rounding back to like the silver bits thing, right?
Mhm.
It's harder to choose that when it's like if I have $3,000, right? What am I gonna buy? And if I really want to get like the most for my money, it's like I don't want to buy the extra high premium fractional stuff. I will buy especially when there's low premium fractional stuff on the table.
I get that for silver. I don't agree with you on gold.
No,
But,
I like
yeah.
that for gold though. Is like when you have low, like the low fractional gold stuff. But some of the fractional stuff I've seen for gold is high, like 1/10 Eagles, really high.
Yeah. Well, I got a 1/10 ounce right here that I got for spot somewhere around here. I think it's this Caesar. So again, I think people are just too caught up on getting like one specific type of gold. I don't give two F's about conformity. Like, I got this 4th spot because it was a random spot deal, because guess what? They couldn't sell this crap. So they're like, hey, 1/10 per spot. Like, why would I not ever do that? You know, so the thing is, I do believe that in my lifetime, gold will be $10,000 plus per ounce. And I just think having fractional is the way to go with gold, because and just like I'm starting to shift to like a little bit to like half-ounce silver too. I mean, I think that silver will probably be 200-300 in my lifetime as well. So like, you know, just because of natural inflation. So I do see these things of like, at some point, like, you're not going to want to trade in a $10,000 piece for anything, you know. Well,
Mustard
you
and Biscuits,
might.
Shot fired by Mustard and Biscuits against Warhammer.
But the nice thing is, because then I think once you get to those price points, like once gold passes the reportable limit for 1 ounce,
It's not even bad. It's just like,
well, I think we'll see people shifting to trades, right? Because trades you don't have to report.
yeah, and also you can break it down in ways where like, okay, I'll give you a gold ounce and you give me a half ounce plus whatever I'm trying to barter for, right? Like, I could see that being a world. But also, by the way, real quickly, if you're on this live stream and you feel like you're not getting an opportunity to speak, like, just literally start talking over me or anybody else. It's gonna be it's okay. We're all friends here. Like, don't.
It's so funny. You know what's funny, Serpents, is that's literally what I teach against in my work. I said I'm like, I don't compete with people. I'll never compete with people. When somebody wants to hear me, they will shut their mouth and they'll listen to me.
Nah, just you talk over if you want to talk. If you got something you want to say about the topic, speak up. There's no way to raise a hand on this thing, you know? Like, hey,
I want to hear what Jamie has to say about that US Mint release, because we've been talking behind the scenes, scheming of how we're gonna get it. because they have that new. If anybody buys off the US Mint, the recent releases, you know that they have that waiting room now, and it's like a lottery, so you're not really guaranteed to be able to buy it.
Oh,
Yeah,
like a hunting tag.
yeah.
You get a random number, and if your number gets drawn, you get the chance. If not, well, next year.
Wow, I've never experienced that. Yeah, the first time I used the Mint was in 23, getting this guy, my first Liberty series, and it was just, I didn't have to do anything. It was there, add the cart, and there she goes.
Nice.
So yeah, I've never heard of this having to wait or issues with
The lottery
anything.
system. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my guess is that.
I have my son go on there, and that's how I got my 2 congratulations sets, and I just flipped them. Most of the stuff I've been buying from him, I'm just flipping over. I mean, I can double my money easily, and it's gone within 3 or 4 days.
Yeah,
But
I
that
mean,
waiting room, he says, once you're in there, you got like 10 minutes. You can buy anything you want in that 10 minutes, and then you're done.
Supermarket sweep style.
yeah, I'm gonna have to. I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll get lucky. I guess. I don't know.
Well, I was almost thinking about being like, yo, getting 2 or 3 people that I trust and being like, yo, let's all go in. Whoever gets in first, I'll give you my card, and boom, get it. You know what I mean?
That's one way. That's one way. Yeah.
well, if you
I
know
don't
they're
know.
limited, are they limiting you like the quantity that you can buy
One
when
per
you
household.
Well,
do?
Yeah,
Okay,
one per
okay.
household. So
See,
I mean,
my son can get 2 because where he works, he's got more than 1 sign in, so he can actually use 2, / per household. I'll give him my credit card, he'll have his, so I can get at least 2 of whatever they have. And it's
Nice.
worked out pretty good the last 3 times we went on there to buy. So, and it's like the old saying, first one to the table gets to eat. If you can get in and get it and put it on eBay or something, damn, it's fun.
That's why you usually see a lot of that stuff go for like the initial limited release stuff. Go for once it hits eBay, the premium jumps big time.
Oh, doubles. It doubles.
yeah.
And people pay it quick. They pay it that day because they want it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be honest, the new like quarters and dimes that they're making from the US Mint have me tickled.
I like the new dime.
I love it. I'm so sick of the Roosevelt dimes, man. We've been
The
making Roosevelt
Roosevelt
dimes.
dimes are going to be done. So are the Kennedy halves. No more.
Yeah.
Well, y'all gave me some good ideas. I do have two brothers, so I'll give them a call and say, hey, you guys get an account, or get on this website at this certain time. And
Yeah, because you could check out as a guest.
yeah. Definitely. I'll give them a heads up. Thanks for the ideas, fellas.
Can you pull that up, Dragon?
What?
The screen share.
The 1804 silver dollars that you're wanting to look at.
Yeah, I have it up on my screen.
I don't know what the
Not
hell
that
you're
I'm
talking about,
advertising.
brother. Where?
Oh, in the studio.
I figured
I don't
just
use
wait
this
till
at all.
Jamie
What are we
goes
looking at here?
looking.
This? Okay.
Oh,
Okay. I
because
see
you-
it.
Yeah. That's the
That,
one.
okay.
Oh my gosh, man, that thing's so killer.
All right. Hold. Please hold. All right. Here we go. Boom.
Oh,
Yeah, this thing is
Silver,
killer.
gold, dollar, coin, and silver medal set.
Yeah, it's gonna have
They
that edge
reversed.
lettering there on the
Oh, that's
outside of it,
cool.
and it's gonna come. Now the gold, I believe, is a coin, right, Jamie? And then
It
the
is.
or and then the
Yeah,
silver is the metal, right?
It has a dollar value on.
Is this
on
the
on
flowing
edge.
hair?
Yeah.
It's called the bow hair. This
Bow
one,
hair,
this
okay.
particular one.
Oh, okay.
The flowing hair is this one.
$8,000.
I like the reverse
Wow.
on the silver piece quite a lot, actually. I don't think I like the reverse on the gold piece. I think the wings just are a little bit small on that bird.
But
That
I
is-
understand this is gonna be like ultra high relief. Man,
Oh,
that
is
thing's
it?
gonna be
Okay.
beautiful, bro.
Yeah, they
I
got the
cannot
250
wait.
Liberty Bell. That I like that little whatever it's called, privy or whatever.
Yeah,
For
the privy,
I really do like that on all this coin.
Centennial. Yep.
Yeah.
So I know this one's gonna be a killer, bro. Like I know like I just feel it in my bones. This is gonna be one that it's gonna be super limited. And if you're a flipper, like me, I'm a businessman. Because if I could flip this and buy some more Libertad gold, shoot, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean?
What do you think? What do you think the long-term hold value on this is going to be like?
How many
I
are
mean,
there? How
well,
many are released?
So wasn't there the flowing hair gold that some got like an early first strike that now they're like 30K right now minimum?
No, early first strike are like 100,000.
Oh,
But-
see, thanks for
Dang.
correcting me. I knew it. See, I knew something crazy.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe
It's
that's the
good.
key, is just to hold it long. Because obviously a flip will make you money, but if it's going to be worth like a lot of money down the road,
Yeah.
But you know what the side thing is? I bought the 2019 when they came out with that, and it was one per household. I paid $79 for it. Within a week, I sold it for $11.50. I'm taking my money and run.
Yes,
It never
sir.
reached over $3,000, and that's what it got to, was $3,000 in an MS-70.
Hmm.
Well, you're taking a chance, and you cost your money to send it away. I'm thinking, man, I'm $1,000 over. I'm getting the hell out of this thing.
it makes a lot of sense though. Yeah.
Yeah, the dollar value is on the edging right there. That's what it has.
Is that it here? Right here? the
Yeah,
dollar?
it says $1 right there. Yeah,
Perfect.
on
Yeah,
that edge.
That's pretty.
Yeah, man.
And
That's
that's
a
why
good coin.
it's considered a coin, but the silver is a metal. It's
So
not going to
the-
have a dollar value.
So the
I have a
27th, I
nice-
know is a
I have
Thursday.
the 1995 W Silver Eagle, and it's actually right now down to around $2,400 to $2,500. And originally it was over $3,000. The 70 was up to as high as 20. It's down right around 10 now. So it's gone up, but it's come way back down. And they only made 30,000 of them.
Well, I mean, it depends on the series, of course. I know that the Liberty series, I know that all these coins here, the first one, the bristlecone, the sunflower, I mean, they're all selling way above what you got them for. I mean, I got this, I think, for like $2,800, and this is going for at least 6 or 7, if not more. So, it all depends on the coin itself and whether or not it continues to go up. And so I haven't. I mean, the Liberty series has definitely kept its premiums and its
yeah.
purchasing, and its purchasing power for sure. And not even talking about the of the Mustang. The Mustang is, I can't find it any cheaper than $12,000 right now.
Dang,
So
that's crazy. It wasn't that
Yeah.
long ago that I saw one on Penis for sale for like 6K.
And
Oh
it
yeah,
has
I
a
would
lot to
have
do-
bought that.
Yeah, it's
For
a
sure.
lot to do with the mintage too. How many they made?
That's right.
Yeah, I think that one was like 25 or less, maybe less. But you know, most of the Liberty series, they do keep it to a limited mintage anyways. I want to say the Bristlecone was 12,500, but sometimes they re-release them or put them on sale again, depending on how popular they get.
And you know the ones that bring the most premium right now. What was it? 2009, the Buffaloes, where they made them in increments.
Oh yeah. 2008.
2008.
Oh,
Yep.
2008. Yeah, I knew it was close.
Yeah, I think they had the 10th, the quarter, half, and
Yeah,
ounce.
yeah, and that's the only year they made them.
That's why they're
Well,
cost a lot of money.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would love to talk about this, y'all, now that we have some great minds here. But why? Because I mean, private mints, you see the ASE kind of like a metal all the time, like, you know, they copy it all the time. Why won't they do the buffalo? And they do it in silver, but they won't do it in gold. Doesn't make any sense, like in fractional gold, I mean.
Too much money.
Yeah, I
think
think
so.
it may be just like the cost of getting that stuff up. They probably analyze like the demand for it. I think when people are getting their tooling for that, they want to do something specific to them. But I think you're right. Like if they did fractional buffaloes,
Oh, they'd be
I think
popular as hell.
That's what I'm
yeah, they
saying,
sell like
generic.
hotcakes.
Yeah.
Who's
And-
gonna
and-
put the money up though?
Well,
you,
you
gotta
got like
remember, it's just like the mint. They gotta get that roll of gold pressed down to the right amount for the weight and go through all that.
well, I was
you know,
gonna say Scottsdale Mint, you know, they have they have the means, right? And they
Yeah.
put out beautiful pieces. I just don't understand why nobody jumps on it. I know if I had a mint, I would totally jump on that, you know.
Yeah. This 1/10 here is Scottsdale, man. You know, they make them for Samoa, and then they make all
Gorgeous.
the stuff. You know,
Is there any sort
Thank
of
you,
like
Warhammer.
copyright law or anything with the design?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If even if
Absolutely.
they altered it, they could still do it. You know what I mean?
I think it's a
Yeah.
public domain design though. Like it was in a U.S. coin from forever ago that the
They
buffalo
can't
was
put an
stamped.
amount on it.
Yeah, you can't make it a dollar value, obviously. But I'm just talking about the buffalo face, right? Or the Indian face and the buffalo on the back. Yeah, I mean, we see a lot of silver generics, right? Like who makes all
Yeah,
this
that's what I'm saying.
generic buffalo?
It
Like,
doesn't
I've got
make any
this one
sense
here.
why they haven't made fractional in the
Like
generic
most,
version.
I
most of
man,
those generics aren't even like labeled who makes them. It's just
yeah.
which makes, to be honest with you guys, and I know most of them are fine, but that makes
Little
me
one.
nervous. Like it makes me very nervous to buy unmarked silver.
Oh well,
You
I
know,
mean,
if
they
you
could
buy
still
a
stamp at
bar-
3 9s. You know, like Monarch Precious Metals puts out some ultra fractional, like 1/200, 1/500, and they put 3 9s fine on it, and people buy those. You know.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah,
Not
but
Mon-
the labeled Monarch,
Monarch.
right? Like you have, I guess when I say unlabeled, I mean like not branded. Or
Oh,
company
you mean like not stamped at all, like just little
Yeah.
buttons or something?
Well, no.
Okay,
Like they
thank
can have
you.
3 9s fine on it, but you don't have like a company mark, like most buffaloes, right?
Oh, I got you. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
most buffaloes don't have who made them on there, and I feel like that just adds a little bit extra trust because you can you get there. Most coins have some security features around too, but not knowing who made it is one of the reasons why I'm not that big of a fan of buffaloes. And you know, silver buffaloes just are not that impressive.
You guys know the saying
I
that
like the,
don't knock it till you try it. So
Mhm.
I talk a lot of crap about Goldback, so I went ahead and bought some so that I can talk even more crap. Does that work?
Yeah. How do you like now that you're a dirty
Crap
goldback?
dealer.
A goldback head.
I didn't change my opinion about them at all. They are the Mary Kay or whatever it is.
the
ML
multi-level marketing, the Amway.
MLM network
MLM.
marketing for good old boys that drive four-wheelers. I don't like Goldbacks. I think that, again, they're pretty collectibles. They're cool, whatever. Get the issue that you want.
They're like nudies.
But if I'm going to pay 2x spot for gold that I'll never, ever actually be able to get out of this thing, I'd rather just go buy, I don't know, fake coins off eBay at that point.
Well,
Yeah.
let me ask you about this, boys. Obviously,
Serpents. That's exactly my point right there. So, sorry, Serpents was just holding up a piece that he just made my point for me. See how there's fractional
It's a
ASC?
1/10.
Well, the
Yeah,
ASC's over 10
copy.
years old. Don't these things only last like 10 years? These patents and stuff. How long is that? How's that work?
This is from Highland Mint, so it's got the little HM on the back. I saw Jamie G with his Royal Arms Britannia, so I happen to have mine out here because I was talking about unbranded buffaloes. Most of mine are like these ones here. They got the little 9 in the circle. They're from 9 Fine Mint. I really like these Mason Mint buffaloes. They've got an MM on the front, but there's some of these.
For gold
I have
man, generics. Huge.
Yeah, one's unbranded. No, that's a Highland Mint. And this one here, I don't recognize the mint mark, but I've seen them around.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find it. I've got a Mercury dime that's a generic silver, that's unbranded, and then I've got like the Peace dollar and a Morgan dollar tribute that are generic 3/9 fine rounds, but like to like Kaliilo was saying, this is a little fractional 1/10 ASE copy, and it says copy on the back in there too. So why can they, even Scottsdale, they make the Buffalo Girl.
Exactly.
And
That's
that
what
was
I'm
really
saying, man.
popular.
Like, why doesn't nobody do it? Like,
Yeah, these are the half ouncers.
Get on board.
Yeah, I got a little 1/10 Buffalo here.
There you
Maybe
go.
they
Steve.
can't. Maybe they can't produce them for what they're selling for.
I think that's the thing. Is it's in order because the tooling for these places to do it costs them money, and if they don't feel like it's going to be worth their production rates. Like it's one thing to be like, well, this just like silver bar will sell. It's liquid, right? Or like, is someone going to pay an extra $10 an ounce for this specific silver product? And if
Scottsdale, I think Scottsdale has it down, right? Because they put in out those what's it called, the Commander series. I think Silver Dragoons has it, and I
got a few of them. Yeah.
Scottsdale's so cool though.
Yeah, those 1/10s, man, they could easily make a buffalo that doesn't even, it's not copyright. It looks super beautiful. I just don't understand why no one does it. Like, I feel like it's a huge missed opportunity.
Probably because there's not enough demand, right? Like, really outside of this.
Well, but that's the thing though.
Right?
The mints like Scottsdale, they have notoriety, so they can create the demand. They know what they're doing. They go to Dragons and Yankee, and then they do whatever they do, and those babies sell like hotcakes. I mean, that's just business 101, right, Dragoon? I mean, that's just what it is.
Might help CS.
What if you want to buy a U.S. 1/10 ounce gold eagle, or you're gonna buy for the mint? Most people are gonna pick the original one.
See, and I'd probably go for the mint because I want lower premium.
Yeah, I think it is again like the you know what I think could be a good promotional campaign is they throw in a little extra 10th ounce for free for all orders over a certain ounce amount or something like that to begin to get people to collect them. Because
they did that.
Then
the Mint did that before.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to get them into people's hands, and then they're out there, and then they'll start showing up at LCSs as people, offload a little silver here and there. Like my LCS has a bin, what they call the special drawer or whatever, which is it's mostly fractional, but sometimes they'll have like a 5 or 10 ounce bar in there. It's just like non-generic. I mean, it's technically generic. But it's like non-traditional, like generic sizes. But it's only like 5 over spot for any fractional you want and any like mix match you want, right? And that's cool to me. Like that's low enough where his normal generic's 4 over, so it's low enough where I'm really not hurting myself on getting some more fractional, and I just have more options to offload it later if I want. But I think more fractional gold, right? People have talked about doing fractional gold more, wanting more fractional gold, and it really has been expensive. It's been prohibitively expensive for 1/10.
Penny Scout wants to see the Zesty Eagle.
Yeah. Which one? The blow up
Jamie,
one or the gold one?
Did you see that the Zesty Eagle won like some award from the U.S. Mint or whatever it was for like the best coin and whatever it was? I can't remember exactly.
Well, maybe the coin. I don't know about the Zesty.
It was specifically the Zesty Eagle. I'm like, man, whatever.
Did you see that list that Son of Silver Stacker put out about the world's best 10 coins? And the U.S. only had 2 on there, and they were questionable.
I'm telling you, man. Scottsdale, you got Monarch. I mean, you have these other mints that make some really beautiful pieces. It was Amina in the chat. I know she loves her some Monarch precious metal stuff, and so do I. I love Monarch precious metals pieces.
Well, these were actual country mints that were
Coins? Okay.
Canada and yeah, the coinage, and I mean, most of your side mint. I mean, I bought a bar of gold, and it was like I don't know, $50-$60, and it's still way cheaper than buying a coin, and it's pure gold.
Yep, that works.
And I think at the end of the day, when we go to sell, that's what most of our stuff is measured by. Like, unless we have something that is going to take a little longer to sell, right? That's like a high grade coin that we just, like if you just want to take it to the LCS and liquidate it, it's just buy.
Only take bullion to the LCS. Or if you're going to sell something, like expect them to only pay you bullion prices. That's what they're doing. That's their business. If you want to sell like a collector piece like this, the sunflower gold that Jamie's got up or something like that, you've got to sell it in a private sale direct or in a private auction. Like you can't sell it to the LCS. They're not in the business to try to find some random one-off buyer for that piece. They're going to offer you crap for it.
Which is
that's not always true, though. I've seen that at my LCS where a guy brought in a gold piece, and the kid there had to call the owner up and tell him, hey, this guy just brought this in, blah blah blah, and he offered the guy $5,400 for it. Because I know the.
What could he have gotten private sale though? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? Ohio, we don't tax nothing on bullion or any of that.
Okay.
I don't pay unless I buy it off eBay. Other than that, I can buy from the mint, from my bullion bars. There's no tax. I know you guys on the West Coast got taxes up the ass, but I can't say nothing because I know Humble kind of blows it off, and I'm like, oh hell no, I wouldn't be paying another 10%. I mean, I sell it like my tax man says. Well, they got this where you gotta you report your gains, and I just laugh and I go, yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, no gains. I spent too much money.
Yeah, my wife offset it.
I think that is the other big advantage is the reporting requirements for certain bullion exchange stuff, right? I mean, not financial or legal advice, but I know a lot of people just, they're like, if they go into the LCS, they sell a piece or two, they take the cash, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny that you mentioned that. It's one of the things I wanted to ask a long time ago, but I didn't want to spur any feathers or like how many people would have this faith in gold and silver if they weren't trying to skirt the IRS? Well, let's be real.
I mean, it's the old classic belief of you're taxing my money, right? Gold and silver are historically money.
Yeah.
You have like the idea that even old 90%, it's still legal tender, but you can legally melt it down, right, into bullion, because of certain laws that exist about like gaining value and melting, but it's also quote not in circulation anymore because it's silver, not copper nickel. But I think I think if you go to a heavily digital system, I think you're still going to have people participate. They're just going to take the hit,
I used to deal with a guy in Minnesota, a coin dealer, and I dealt with him. I mean, I sold him 64 silver eagles at one time, and then they changed the law in Minnesota. He went out of business because now Minnesota, whether you live there or not, if you bought something, or if I sold him something, there was a 17% tax on it.
Oh, that's
So
crazy.
Yeah, that's rough, man.
Yeah, that's enough to drive people out of it, especially if they didn't exist in that environment before. If I was in LCS and that happened, I would have closed shop or moved to another state.
Yeah, he did.
I can't blame him.
No, I said, you think I'm going to sell and take? Dude, I don't live in your state. How can they tax me? Well, that's the way they set it up there. And I'm like, well, it's nice knowing you. If you find a new store somewhere else, you got my number. Call me.
Oh well, this is one thing I did want to ask you guys earlier. Obviously, like we've had the whole idea.
Stay a while and listen.
Constitutional used to hold face value, and eventually it it's worth way more than face value now. We've seen that happen with the penny and the nickel, right? Like right now, the nickel is 40% more in melt value than its face value, which is huge.
14 cents
right?
to make a nickel.
I thought it was 7.
14.
Or is it 14? Oh, you know what it is? I read 7 was the melt value of the nickel. I didn't read the production value, but it's going to go away, right? That's we got rid of the penny, we're going to get rid of the nickel, and then I think we're going to enter a new age of redenomination where the dime is going to be the lowest form of traded currency, and it's just going to be the new penny. We're just going to
Or they'll make the nickel out of something else.
It won't be long before we're only a cash only, no coinage.
I think you're right, but I think it's gonna be like steps of redenomination. Like we're gonna to the point where like nickels and pennies are just not circulated or traded anymore because the lowest level of price change is gonna be at the 10-cent level, and then everything is just gonna be so expensive it's just gonna be listed as like just the standard price, and you're just not gonna get pennies and nickels anymore as change, and then eventually it's just going to be cash, and then no cash. I think that's once you start getting rid of change, that's the beginning of destruction of cash in the society.
Well, it's the gateway drug is getting rid of the penny. The other reaction was, okay, everybody's going to learn that they can live without it. Okay, now let's just get rid of coinage. Okay, everybody's going to learn that they can get rid of it, and let's go to digital currency, where every single transaction is tracked and controlled.
Well, they have
Well,
to, right?
technically, they haven't gotten rid of the penny.
No, they just don't print them anymore. But it is circulated. Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the mint sets and they're in the proof sets.
Oh, are they still?
Yes, that's
They're not being minted anymore, though.
Well, your mint sets can be circulated. Proof sets,
Okay.
But
Hey, I'm wondering if they were, because they stopped printing them at the beginning of the year, right? So I'm
Right.
wondering if they're just early year production ones that they're selling, because obviously
Maybe.
like, once we go to next year, that's like there are going to be no 2027 pennies.
I was at the U.S. Mint on the last day that they struck the pennies.
What? You were
Oh, that's
there?
cool.
Yeah. I asked
So
them if they had any for sale, and they go, no, but the last ones that were struck will be up for auction. There's like 5 of them. Like, yeah, that's a little too rich for me. Thanks, though.
Well, it's funny because like honestly, guys, who spends their pennies and nickels? Like most people just treat them like trash. Like they just.
I don't even do coins. When it comes to return to change at places, I just say just keep it,
See,
no matter what it is.
I have been cuckoo for Cooper nickel lately, man. Like, and I know that sounds silly, but it's like all my dimes, all my coinage except for quarters, pretty much, I'm saving. And maybe it'll be not really worth it one day, but I do see already, right? Like $100 worth of nickels is $140 worth of melt value, and like that's right now. And the only reason people aren't melting them down is because it's illegal to, and I'm sure people are. But it's like that's a pretty big return for just like getting circulated money, and then you're holding more value in the actual in the metal and the coins than they have face. I think it's worth saving, because that's what we ultimately saw with 90%. Is that eventually like the silver content became worth more than the face value, and that even happened during times of circulation, right? Like in the 1800s, there was a period of time where the silver was worth more than the coins, and people were melting the coins down. I don't know if it's gonna be.
They changed the size of the penny from the large cent.
Say again?
They went from the large cent to the small cent.
Yeah. When pennies used to be like big coins. Yeah.
And back then, like the Indian cents, they weren't copper; they were bronze.
Yeah. I'm just wondering what we're gonna, because there was talk about doing a $2.50 coin recently.
They're gonna do it, but I don't know if it's gonna be for circulation.
Yeah, I don't know if it is either. But that, like the idea of going to like that the 250 value to me rings as like a quarter value. And And that's maybe the conspiracy theorist in me thinking like they're already building a circulation for a quarter value for when $10 becomes the new dollar. But again, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna hit hyperinflation levels like that, or if we're just gonna currency restructure before it gets that bad.
That would be interesting. A $2.50 coin. Yeah, I wonder where would be with pricing at that point.
I think it's a bad idea. Cashiers
one?
already have trouble like counting out to the nickel. How are they gonna figure out 2.5?
Yeah.
Well,
True.
it
I'm
might
a
be just
kid.
for
I
1
used to be
year,
faster
though.
than the cashiers. I would calculate my father's change back and how to give it back with the fewest coins before the cashier could punch in $25 into their register.
Yeah, the 250 is supposed to be. I think it's just going to be for this year.
Oh, is it real? Oh, you know what? Because of the 250th anniversary.
Right.
Yeah, that
Okay,
makes
okay.
sense.
They have 3 years. I guess they put it in there where they actually can have it for 3 years, but they're just talking about this year because of the anniversary, I guess.
Yes, you're right. 250th anniversary commemorative coin. Yep. No, you're right.
Actually, the mint director they got now, he's pretty good. He you know, he didn't come right out and say it. He goes, but yeah, I think Roosevelt's been around long enough.
Yeah.
It's like the only Cooper nickel dime we've ever made.
Well,
And to be fair, like
80
Washington, good.
80 years for the Roosevelt.
Yeah, and the Washington quarter's been around for a long time, but we've done cool stuff with like state quarters and like,
Yeah.
different periods where we'll do different designs on the reverse. And I feel like it gets a pass for that. But I don't know. I think it's cool that we're seeing a new set of coinage finally coming out.
Well, it's like the one guy said, which president has been on more coins, different types of coins than any other? Yes.
Which
Um,
president?
Washington? Oh,
No.
$50?
It could be any denomination.
Oh, probably dollar coins.
One
I would guess.
president's been on
Yeah,
5 different,
Kennedy.
one president has been on 5 different coins.
Washington?
My guess is Kennedy.
Eisenhower.
really?
Yes.
We had the Eisenhower dimes. Has he been on other?
Yes.
What other coins?
It's the dollar, the dime. I'm not sure what else.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, the Ike dollars are Eisenhowers. I didn't even think about that. That's interesting.
I
That
don't
was
know
like
that.
the question I asked the audience on Mike and Nancy's show. And I says, how many U.S. mints have there been in the United States? And nobody could guess it.
Was the answer 8?
Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco,
New Orleans.
New Orleans,
Carson City.
Carson
West
City.
Point.
What's that?
West Point was the one that we kept forgetting.
Isn't there one in like
Right.
Ohio or something?
And then there's Charlotte. And then there's Dalega.
Charlotte, yeah.
And Dalega, whatever it's, I can't pronounce it, but I believe it's Georgia. And Georgia made a lot of gold coins, and I don't care what condition they're in, they're worth big bucks.
Really?
So they didn't make that many of them. You got to remember where they found gold down south. That's how that got there. They had the New Orleans Mint, and even during the Civil War, it got taken over. But, Carson City was there because they kept robbing the stagecoaches. So they made a mint there and buy the Comstock.
I mean, this is partly why I love precious metals, is because there's just all this information in history, and it might not be useful to most people, but it's just kind of cool just to go down these rabbit holes. And that's why I stuck with just the Walking Liberty $50, because there's so much to learn just with that coin. It's crazy.
They're so
And you know
pretty.
what? You can tell how this country went.
Yep.
Look at the images of coins all the way back to the 1800s. You can tell when there was a recession, depression, just by the mintages.
Yeah.
You ever notice that 1893 is one of the toughest years? Low mintage coins. You know what? 100 years later, guess what? The Silver Eagles, 1893, 1894, and 1895. We were then again in a recession. You can go, how many 1920, 21, and 22 coins
Yeah.
are out there?
Yeah.
I've got a 1922 peace dollar. I'm pretty proud to have.
Oh, they made a shitload of them because they didn't make anything else that year.
Well, they took a lot of German coins and struck them as peace dollars too.
Oh, I did not know that.
Well, they stopped production on like the $half to make the dollar.
Yeah.
What? Oh,
Same
really?
with the dime.
Yeah.
How many 1922 dimes are out there? And the 21's low mintage, key dates.
Yeah.
Same with the silver or the $half.
Yep.
No 1922 nickel. There's only 122 penny, and they made so many of them out of Denver, the D wore off. I mean, there's a lot of history in coins. I've always followed that.
Yeah.
And that's why it says you can collect all the little silver ingots you want, but if push ever comes to shove, a Morgan dollar will be your trading thing.
I think coins are also one of the most durable
Oh, yeah.
and enduring collectors spheres to be in, right? You have tons of other stuff that is coming, like stamps. Stamps used to be huge. Like there used to be
Yeah.
big money in stamps, and now it's kind of had its day,
Well, you remember stamps was our currency for a long time.
Say again?
Back in the early 1700s and 18.
Oh, they were used as currency? Yeah.
Oh, yes, they were.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
think
they
though
were.
that if we do ever lose coinage as a form of currency, that we're probably only one generation away from nobody caring about all this history we're talking about right now.
I don't know because with stamps, right? And cards and anything that's paper, the value is entirely within the collectability, and that kind of ties into nostalgia
And the quality, because most of them are going to be destroyed. Yeah.
But PMs are elements, right? They are needed for other things. Gold maybe not as much in the industry side, but silver is.
Well, if we got to that point that you were talking about, where you think that we're going to get closer to the 1 to 8, why wouldn't the U.S. government just force everybody that has all silver coinage to just turn it in so it can be melted down for the national pride, man? We need the silver. Turn it in.
Probably for the same reason they don't seize all the guns.
Yep.
They couldn't.
They tried it in 1933, and believe it or not, there's a lot of people that still remember that.
I don't think they would do a seizure, but I think they would offer a higher price to make you incentivized to go and turn in your coinage.
Cool. Let them buy it at above spot. That's
And
fine. They just a buyer at that point.
In 1933, the people that had the money, anybody ever watch TV when they start selling these gold coins? They shipped it all over to Europe. And they couldn't touch it.
Yeah,
now all of a sudden, them people died. Their kids are like, hey, mom and dad got like 3 bags of gold coins there. They bring it back. Next thing you know, somebody buys it. They're selling them on TV, and they're like new in them bags.
Yeah,
and once they did buy all that gold in 33, the price of gold went up another $30, $40. The people were pissed.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like saying, the old adage of people arguing about like what Bitcoin's going to do and how Bitcoin will never go to $100,000, and here we are, right? And it's like, well, the government they can intervene, and I hear that all the time. They're like, well, the government can just pass a law and mess everything up. It's like, sure, they could also drone strike my house, but it's like that's not necessarily what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
On a world stage, like if the government is seizing property, that's not like, how many silver and gold stackers do you know that are in the I don't trust the government and the government institutions already?
Right? Well, how many people have lost their home to not being able to afford their property taxes?
Eminent domain.
Wouldn't that be a forced seizure of property?
Well, the property taxes are done at a state level, right? So that is a little bit different. That's a state government operating versus the federal
Right.
government. And
That's
there's
true.
also a lot of like you can get property tax loans that are predatory, but some of them have zero interest within the first year too. So there's already like ways to mitigate those things. But if it, then there are laws about property tax, how much they can charge, how much they can go up per year, and you know there is always an outlet that they're going to try and screw you. Yeah, but I don't know if it's going to be like I don't necessarily think like if other things are going on too, if silver gets to the point where it is like a 1 to 8 mining ratio, and I don't know how long it's going to take to get there, and it could also be devaluation of gold as gold gets sold off as a security asset in order to fund other things, right? So we could see gold coming down and maybe silver not going up as much in terms of those ratios swapping because we saw this recent gold crash. Turkey sold a ton of gold. Um, we had other nations selling gold, right? So
I've heard that they're
there's
having to sell gold because their economies are struggling and they need some cash flow. Like,
well, and that's the thing though. Why they need the cash flow, but the gold is holding better than their cash is. So the idea would be we'll hold the cash, but they need to sell it.
I mean, they got to pay their debts and stuff.
So that's the issue with gold as kind of like the sort of value asset is because when the day comes you have to liquidate, you will sell it, right? Or they will sell it, which hurts us. And I don't know. I think
Yeah.
that
Who knows?
I think I'm kind of getting off topic here.
It's I
Sorry.
mean, there's no really topic right now.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that like the government involvement in things like it's always a factor, but it's not something I'm going to rely on as like like that's going to be the thing that gets me out of it.
Well, it's tax is something you're gonna have to live with no matter what. I just think it's crazy that you're actually gonna tax money, actual money. I think that is the dumbest thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm old school, but
No,
Yep.
I agree with you.
It's the frog in the pot analogy, right? They just keep turning up the heat.
Yep, and it's not that my state specifically taxes silver and gold bullion. They just don't have an exemption for it. And I was watching some video last night, day before, that had a map over the states that have taxes on precious metals, and New Mexico is the only one, and all the states that border us, Colorado, Texas, Arizona, and Oklahoma, that taxes precious metals. I'm kind of close enough to the Colorado border. I wonder if it would be worth driving up there maybe to visit an LCS. But
Well,
that's why
only
I
if
do
you're
all
going to be
this stuff.
spending like, if you're driving somewhere to go avoid taxes, right? It's whatever 7% or whatever it is.
It's
I mean-
9.175.
So you'd probably
yeah,
need to be
almost
spending
that-
like
almost that
5K
he paid
plus,
10.
Yeah.
right? Because if it's
How high
10%
gas
and you
is,
spend
too.
5,000, it's $500. Like, how much is it going to cost you to drive to another state, buy stuff, drive back? So you don't want to go up there just for like 5 ounces of silver, right? Like, you got to make it worth your time to go up there.
I'd rather pay $5 to $7 for shipping on PMs for sale.
Exactly, yeah.
Than drive up there. But I'm only about an hour and a half away from the border between.
That's not
Colorado
bad.
and
That's not bad. Yeah.
The thing is that they're small border towns. So to find like a bullion dealer or coin shop, I might have to drive further up into Colorado.
Mhm.
Plus
But you can
towards,
call,
like,
you can call and
Vancouver.
ask them. Yeah, I mean, we can call and ask them. I called my LCS today and asked them about buffalo, gold buffaloes and that, and he said I don't have any. He says all I got is the St. Gaudens type.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, so because I asked the guy in Texas I deal with, I asked him, and he was out of gold buffaloes. He goes, yeah, he goes, couldn't sell that shit 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Now I can't find it.
It's interesting how the demand on retail side shifts so much.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are tired of the silver up and down, up and down.
I don't know if I'm necessarily getting tired of it, but it's definitely kind of like easy to be buying it in a height of a small wave, and then like the next week it's down $10, and that I can see
Mhm.
that being discouraging. But anything I bought over current prices were like specialty coins, like one of my colored Libertads. Actually, I bought two of them. Then clean over when silver spot was close to $90, and then when it hit over 100, I just switched it and ended up buying small lots of 90% because that's what fit my budget.
Mm.
But like my last bigger, or I guess I've kind of lucked out that my last purchases on silver have averaged about that $75 to $76 an ounce, right where we're back at now. So that
I
whole
think
ride up to $90, I just kind of sat back and watched the charts. As I couldn't buy anything, I was kind of between paydays, which was good. And I was kind of curious, okay, is it going to come back down or is it going to keep riding up? And I'm kind of glad it came back down.
It
I
is
try
the
to stay away
duality.
from high premium silver. Once in a while, I think the last thing I bought was this that tree, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I don't even know the name of
Oh,
it. But I bought that. I think it was $85 to my house, and I thought it was cool.
yeah, that is pretty cool.
But other than that, I'm not. I bought a Libertad tonight.
Ooh, I paid
went
like
over.
$150 for mine.
Oh, boy, if I get a deal for you.
nice.
It is really hard when you're sitting on like free float cash and you want to buy silver to control yourself from just doing a massive bulk buy on a day that you think is good.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like, let's be real. Like, yes, it's going up and down in price, but we've seen a pretty good stabilization between like 70 and 75. So I feel comfortable buying in this range no matter what. Even if it goes down to 70 in 2 days, like I don't feel any stress about it. It's just like, okay, it is what it is. I feel pretty confident that it'll recover back to 75 until I see something change.
I think
The sad
I
part
think
is-
even if we have like
Yeah,
a sharp dip, it won't be long that it'll stay low.
Yeah, it seems to be just hovering within the $5-10 range lately.
The sad
Yeah.
part is the silver. If it's 78 or 71, all the LCSs just add the premium, and I was buying stacks of Morgans, and I was paying $55 for a Morgan, and then it came down to 71. He still wanted 55. I'm like, whoa, what am I missing here?
Yep.
Yeah, the 90% stuff seems to be where the LCSs have a lot of inconsistencies in their prices right now. Like everything else has stayed pretty normalized between like anywhere between like 4 to 6 for like generics at my like the two LCSs that I visit. But 90% has fluctuated a lot. Like some days they'll have 90% at like 7 below spot, and then other days it's melt.
So where you at, Warhammer, around here?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm kind of center-ish Texas, yeah. If you know where Stephenville is, I'm like within 45 minutes of Stephenville.
I used to live in McKinney, Texas for a little bit, and then I lived in Houston for most of my life.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
to hear
yeah.
that.
Houston, right here.
Houston
to
is
live there.
Yep.
I lived in Houston for 35 years or so.
Okay.
Something like that.
it's
Just
bad.
before I came up here.
Houston's getting rough. DFW's real. I lived in DFW for about 26 years. And,
That's where my son lives now. Yeah.
It's getting bad. We lived near Arlington. We had a home invasion about 2 months before we moved out, and I was home when it happened.
That sucks.
And,
Well,
yeah, nearly shot him, but I didn't.
What?
Yeah.
You a bad shot or what?
No, he
don't want to get sued.
he left my home.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
by the
even if
time
you're
I got my gun-
justified, you're still gonna ruin your life for a while if you do pull the trigger.
my house was in contract to sell, and I didn't want to blow that. And
You know what I always say? Better to be judged by 12 and carried by 6.
that's damn right, man. I mean, if there was a real situation where he had continued to enter the house, I would have. But there was a moment where I literally thought, I'm like, okay, he's outside the house, he's walking away, and I don't have self-defense insurance or an attorney on retainer.
Yeah.
And my house is ready to sell. I'm just gonna call the cops. They never caught him, but he broke in at 2 p.m. in the middle
Wow.
of the day.
Wow.
My car's out in the driveway. He was asking for water, but like he broke down my door,
Hmm.
and so
I
Hmm.
let them in.
yeah,
Yeah.
See, here,
but it's
here,
I
once
mean,
they're in your house, they're fair game.
well, and we lived. I don't know. We were like 25 minutes from downtown Fort Worth at the time. But we lived in a place where we had 50 acres and
Try to.
you couldn't see through the house or the road. So it was an effort for him to get there. We found a stolen car on the property that morning. And it's just like the areas are getting really rough. So we moved and we moved in 23 and I'll never go back and live in the city.
See, I can plead that old man syndrome.
Say again?
I can plead that old man syndrome. I'm just an old guy at home.
Yeah. I
Yep.
mean, the cops were like, yeah, you would have been justified in popping him, but I was like, yeah,
You still get sued,
I
though.
still wouldn't want to have to.
Dead
But
people can't sue you.
that's true.
Well, their family
Yeah,
can.
sure.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
it
mean,
was
suing, winning the suit is different than suing. They can still sue you.
I'm just,
They may
I'm
not
just
win,
glad,
but
I'm just glad no one had to get hurt that day.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
It's a sign of the times, though, guys. Like theft
Oh,
is on the
yeah.
rise, especially for us guys who are in PMs. A home invasion and a home break-in is there's stuff to be taken, and I think that's all part of our fears is someone actually like stealing our stuff. And you hear horror stories about people losing 6 figures in PMs
Ouch.
over it.
Yeah,
That sucks.
I lost 5 figures in firearms last year because my structure got broken into.
Oh, that was
I'm
an
really
inside
sorry to hear
job.
that.
Yeah, they didn't get my PMs. They didn't know about it, but they knew about my firearms, knew where I kept them and what I had, and took advantage of nobody being home. So
That sucks.
That was really upsetting.
Yeah,
That
that's
sucks.
crazy, dude.
Wow.
I'm terrified of people like wait until I'm not home. But I mean, usually my wife and I are always home, but it's like
Yeah,
you still worry.
it was
Usually
someone
it's the
that
people
knew
you
me was
know.
the worst part. Someone I knew for over 10 years.
Yep.
Not very well, but knew enough that there was slowly I felt at least some level of trust to like, hey, I taught his kids how to shoot and everything. So
Yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy.
that's a huge betrayal. I'm so
No
sorry to
kidding.
hear that. Did you get him back ever?
no, not yet.
Are they?
I called and filed a report. He was arrested, and last I'd heard that they might have actually even dropped charges against him. Like I don't know
Wow.
what kind of recovery efforts or prosecution. Like they never contacted me to testify, or if they needed more evidence to move forward with the case or what. So
That's
Yeah, I got
probably
crazy.
cameras in my house and outside, so
yeah.
that's always a plus.
Yeah, I got cameras all over the place. Trackers.
we had
I
cameras.
bought like a dozen AirTag trackers. I have those in all sorts of things and everything.
And
That's
I
very
got
That would have
I
been
got a
great to
pit bull
hide,
that-
especially in the little storage compartment inside the grip that they have for like
Mhm. Yeah,
bottles
yeah, yeah.
of oil, like lens cloths or whatever. Stick a little air tag in there, but yeah, that was really upsetting.
as someone who shoots a lot, serpents. I'm very sorry to hear that. I like
They
getting
didn't
your
get
gun stolen.
everything. And like one of my ARs I had taken apart because I wanted to try to get the upper receiver trued just to try to see if it would help the precision. And so they left all the parts because that was kind of, I don't know if they thought it was an incomplete rifle or not, but I was like, they didn't even know what they were looking at. They just left us behind. One of my bolt actions that they took, I had taken the bolt out of it, so they got that one. I was like, they can't even fire that gun. Like that
Yeah.
was like kind of a little upset but let's still kind of happy. It's like, they just got that one, but as much as it sucks, they got the scope, the rifle with the
Yeah.
chassis and the fancy scope, and I just put a new stock on it the year before. So it was my like long range precision rifle, but it was like a $500 hunting rifle I had tricked out that actually shot very well.
Some of those optics, those optics package. Ooh, something's windy.
Somebody's
Yeah.
got.
Somebody open the window?
Is that Jamie?
I think it's Jamie. I don't know how to mute
Yeah.
people though. I'm trying to see how I can control that. Yeah, it looks like it's.
Yeah. It is.
I'm gonna try a different mechanism then. Sorry, guys.
Might just be a fan, maybe.
Probably all that gold running back and forth. The
Yeah,
wind.
it's like resonating like a superpower.
That's an ultra pain.
Well, gentlemen, I think I gotta head out about 5
How's
minutes.
that sound?
So
Is that better?
yeah, you're
All
good,
right.
Jamie. Yeah, you're good. But I think
Okay. Alright.
probably a good time to wrap it up too. Is I appreciate all of you taking your time out of your evening to come in here and not just hang out, but help participate in the conversation. So this was cool, and it's been great to Warhammer and Jamie and Serpents, Catcom, Kaliilo to continue kind of getting to know you guys.
Yeah, thank
yeah,
you for
absolutely.
having us on.
As a sign off, I missed that earlier conversation about what is everybody's long term goal with all this, with the PM. As far as, I mean, once you get to retirement age, are you just going to continue to stack, or this is part of your retirement? What's the ideas?
I will continue to stack and collect $half, I think, because it's just become like a fun hobby for me more than a valuation thing. Most of my retirement's not in precious metals, anyways. So
Cool. Warhammer.
Yeah.
So my grandfather is the one who got me into stacking, and when he passed, he gave me his silver stack, and to
Nice.
me, it is generational wealth, in my opinion.
Legacy play
Like,
then.
it's something to give to your children,
Yeah.
and it's a guarantee, right? Like that I can dip into during my lifetime. But
Yep.
ultimately, like when I die, it'll be in their hands immediately, right?
Same
And I
thing with
see
you,
it.
Dragoon. You plan on passing down if
Yeah,
is it a legacy play legacy play for you, Dragoon, as well?
I don't know. I guess I mean I have a lot more wealth
Gonna
than
sell it
other
all before you
things.
go.
No, I don't plan to go and sell it all unless it's a situation where like if it amasses to be a quantity that's so big that it become a burden for somebody to kind of offload when I'm dead.
Mhm.
That would be a different situation where I would probably expressly state everything in the will, like how to sell it or where to sell it, or I'd start selling it myself.
No, don't put
gotcha.
it in the will.
Yes, okay. Yeah, continue on, Warhammer. Sorry about that.
I mean, that was pretty much it. Is that it? I see it as something
Ah,
that is
okay.
like an insurance policy, a guarantee, right? It's an
Nice.
investment ultimately, but it's a very physical investment that I can
Mhm.
hold, and just sit on, and then eventually, like if I die, my wife and my kids don't have to worry about going through probate.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
to worry about getting life insurance money.
That's a big thing there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they immediately have it, and God forbid, I hope they don't need to dip into it. But I thought about
There if
how
they
it,
need it. Yeah.
yeah, how it established me, and I want to be able to do that for my children as a legacy building
Nice.
asset.
We'll hit Catcom last because I know he's already retired. What about you, Serpent?
My plan, at least when I started stacking, like I don't have any other investments or assets.
Okay.
I've always kind of like worked kind of the dead end jobs. I never really offered a 401k or any sort of retirement. And after I started to hit like 34, 35, like the last 2 years, I started thinking about, okay, what happens when I can't work? Because my father had a bad work accident in 2000. That he ended up settling in the six figures for and got his disability and retirement as well. But he started watching Rich Dad Poor Dad, and he was telling me about how his dad worked for himself and paid nothing into Social Security, so he got the bare minimum. And my mom's dad worked for one company, and he just lived off his pension. And although he was comfortable, he didn't have a whole lot, and so he started investing in real estate. And I haven't really talked to him about what his end of life plans are because he still has a number of rental properties that are several hundred miles from where I currently live now, but it's just across the same state. So I've been looking into something for myself and figured PM precious metals was a good way to kind of like store value and lock in some sort of like long-term savings until I get to retirement age and then slowly dollar cost average out of my position. But now after getting it in the community, listening to creators like Kansas Kid, Silver Dragoon, and others who are more investment based, like Kaliilo as well, I'm starting to look into, okay, I see silver as like a battery, for storing wealth, or like a capacitor. I can slowly trickle in this and build this large amount. And with enough like liquidate like buffaloes or eagles, if I wanted to move into something else, like to invest in a stock, or if I needed to buy a vehicle or an emergency something, the
Yeah,
surface
yeah,
um
yeah.
to try and move that into something else that might benefit me as well. Like I was watching Dragoon's live stream about from $0 to $1 million over time, and how it's a very slow, boring path to just grind and save and slowly invest. But that's kind of like, okay, that's maybe how and where I need to start, is like at least just asking questions and figuring it out. And even if it's $50 into a part of a mining stock, or like ExxonMobil or Pan American Silver or something like that, just something I think might perform at least half decent or not tank,
Yeah.
and slowly learn more and work my way in to that.
Cool.
But I'm kind of focusing, I guess, trying to focus. I'm doing a very bad job because I'm still buying high premium collectibles, but on more simple generics. Like some of the last ones I bought were these Morgan Peace and Mercury Dime Round, which although I really do enjoy, if there was a big drop in the GSR, I might trade these out for gold. But until then, I'd probably hold on to them. So I'm kind of still stacking, but I'm looking into other avenues to start investing in, to try and secure a better retirement savings for myself, outside of
And-
just relying on precious metals.
Okay, and
Cool.
so once you retire, would you then stop?
I don't know. I might continue to collect some of the series I've started, like some of the Perth coins, like the Lunar series, maybe some things from like Germanium Mint and such. But I don't think I
So
would
just
be
for fun,
buying
basically.
as much. I would probably
Yeah.
start liquidating out and like reducing down to more of like a core collection. Like, so these poured
Yeah.
silver bars would be like, if anything, heirlooms, or some of the last I would ever liquidate.
It sort of
Yeah.
feels like if you're dependent on your precious metals to afford your retirement, there's no point in continuing to stack, because you're having to sell
Yeah.
every whatever quarter or a month to pay for everything. So why would you keep buying?
Yeah.
Well, I would say too that enters into the danger of, you have a limited amount of resources to pull from within retirement,
Mm-hmm.
instead of having resources that are still building in retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
Like
Part of that.
the best thing is to have like you get you have resources that every month bring in money, or every quarter at least, right? Bring in money. And
Yeah,
then
dividends.
you kind of start opening up those avenues of being able to afford more. But if you're just selling off your assets, right? And you're like,
Yeah.
look, if in 20 years I got 20 years of assets saved up to
Ooh, that's
like
a nice one,
liquidate
Dragon.
and not work,
Sweet.
I think
5
that's
ouncer?
I
Mhm.
think those are dangerous retirement plans, at least for the coming world.
Well, if you
Yeah.
can live off your social security and stuff, there's no reason why it makes sense to take some excess social security and then put it into precious metals
I really
if you
like that
can
one,
live off
Dragon.
of it.
Well, I think that's a
Yeah.
limited option for people at this
And,
point.
like,
I think we're never going to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Warhammer. That's kind of why I brought up my father and his rental properties, because his idea, and me and my brothers, we were young and arrogant and dumb, but
the
his
250
idea was
one?
to have 10 properties, and then me and my two brothers each acquired 10 properties, and then slowly like build a little real estate empire, so to speak. And then we wouldn't have to worry about money, because we would have that steady income
Mm-hmm.
every month. And when my father watched his dad and his wife's dad, my grandpa on my mom's side, and he's like, well, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to have to worry about money. And if I can get 10 properties rented at the time, in the mid to late 90s for 600 to 750, $800 a month, that's $8,000 coming in. And then I can live well off of that. And then plus his social security and his retirement from his career with a Phelps Dodge, which got bought out by Freeport McMoran, at least that local mine where my father worked. Then we would be well off. And then if me and my brothers could slowly acquire properties, then as a family we would
build
build
from there.
generational wealth.
Yeah.
And that not necessarily passive income, but that consistent income that would come through the rental and investment properties.
Nice.
Yeah, that's part of it.
All right, so bringing up the rear, Catcom. Of course, I'll mention something at the end.
Well,
What are you doing in retirement? You still buying?
I'm moving in with Jamie. I'm gonna dust some gold off.
All right, we got some
I
herd to put out here.
I don't know. I'm pretty good. I was fortunate. Me and the wife both have a pension, and we got
Nice.
Social Security, so all right with that. But I mean, I started collecting 45 years ago. I collect.
Mhm.
I'm a collector, coin collector. So,
Nice.
but the family, they don't have no interest in this and that. That's why I said I'm just gonna start selling it,
Ah.
and I started already, and I'll turn it into gold. But yeah, don't put it in a will, because if you put it in a will, they're gonna want to appraise it and do all that. I'm telling
Oh
you
yeah.
right now.
Okay, gotcha,
Not that.
gotcha.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that, because then you're gonna get somebody's gonna get taxed on it.
Gotcha.
You know, whatever it is. But I mean, I tried rental properties. I hated it. It was a pain in the ass. I'd have
Yeah.
cops showing up at the house, and I'm thinking, the hell are they doing here? So I got out of that. You know, I was fortunate enough to get a job in a steel mill, so 6/12s a week. You know, I retired debt free, which was a good thing.
Yeah, that's always great.
But I mean, I've always been into coins. I mean, I was a stacker, probably didn't know it,
Mhm.
because I used to collect all the 90% stuff, and every now and then, hey man, that looks cool, I'll buy that. Well, it was a 5 ounce of silver. Back then it was cheap. I mean, they talk about 1/10 ounce. I paid 159 for my certified 1/10 ounces. And I see they're going for over 500. I'm thinking, I wouldn't pay that today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I guess I'm fortunate there. I don't have that long window down the road. I mean, I still do what I normally do. I mean, I'm getting windows put in the house, so that ain't no big deal. So I mean, I got what they call a limited income, but it's a good income. I mean, it pays the bills as long as I can pay them damn property tax and keep up things.
Nice.
Everything else is.
So you're going to continue to buy here and there, though, just the stuff you like, and then sell off some of the stuff you don't care about anymore.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll buy coin here. I mean, I sold a piece of gold for an '89 Carson City. And I'm going to hang on to a few of mine that I ain't never going to get rid of. That's one of them. And, but I collected, anybody that collects, you collect the key coins first. That other shit's easy to get.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
What I was buying nice. I could do that at the time. I still got it. I mean, I got an Indian head penny collection, a Lincoln head penny collection, a Mercury dime, Walking Liberty collection. Those are all in books. Plus, I have certified coins to go along with them. So, that's okay. But I mean, I like the gold I originally had is all certified, either Indian or whatever. And I laugh because every time I go in my closet, I find something that I ain't seen anyway. So I mean, I don't like buying the small fractional stuff because it's too damn small. I'll lose it.
It's funny you say that. I dropped a few pieces on the floor this evening.
That's probably what Dragoon's running into. He's got those dope Pesos. I can barely see those little guys.
I got a pill bottle here with a bunch of little silver and gold things in it, and
oh yeah,
I just throw them in the pill bottle because I'll lose them now.
You need a pouch.
I like coins. I fall into a coin club. I know a lot of guys that are into that. Actually, some of them are.
There's a poucho.
Want to buy some stuff I got, and I told them I'm just backing out because it's gold and silver is one thing. There's set prices for that, but when you got collector's coins, I don't want to have the family, try to get rid of them.
Yeah.
And
you definitely don't want that.
And so I know a lot about them, so I'll move them. And it's sad. I try to get my grandkids started in it, but they kind of fell off the way.
Yeah.
Even though I started collections for them. But
You got to have the passion, that's for sure, to get into this.
Well, I mean,
Well, I appreciate it. I'm sorry, Dragoon. You were wanting to sign off in 5 minutes, and we've gone a little bit longer.
You're good. Go ahead.
He's
Yeah.
still thinking
So
about that. Dragoon's still thinking about that 1916 S Walker.
I gotta get some sleep to bed tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So my story. So I'm kind of where Capcom is now. I recently.
Dragoon, if it's nicer than the one I have, you're gonna have a problem.
Hey. Anyways,
Yeah,
so
I still like collecting, and I pick
Cool.
up stuff here and there, and I just enjoy it. I enjoy the
just a
people.
passion for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I've learned a lot over the years,
Yeah, that's key. That's nice.
and I'm still gonna move in with Jamie.
I do have the room actually. Well, the reason I brought up that question is because I'm basically there with where Capcom is. I retired early. I'm only 58. I could have retired last year. Actually, I was retired last year. Didn't know it until my financial advisor said you don't have to work again.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of in that mode, and just trying to figure out my way through this precious metals thing because I had started back in 2014, and I'm like, okay, so why am I doing this if I'm retired already? Is this part of the retirement? Technically, no. I don't consider PMs part of my retirement plan. It hasn't been. More like what Warhammer was saying, but, legacy play and kind of a backstop in case things really go bad. I still have, a bunch of buffaloes here. So yeah, just trying to see what everybody's take on it is when they finally get to that point where, you're in retirement, and do you continue to stack, or do you, basically slow down and start to do what Capcom's doing, just kind of get rid of things and stick with stuff that you really like.
Yeah, well,
So I think that's where I'm at.
you have a beautiful pile of gold every time you come on one of these things. It's always fun to look. I mean, not that you guys all have different, unique collections, so it's always cool to see what everybody's got.
Yeah, it's a good group. Good group.
I'm just
Well,
1
it's-
year in, so I look at where you guys are at. And I'm thinking, I'll be there one day. I know it's not a competition or a race, and we've all got our own path. But
Yeah,
I've got
that's right, Serpents. Yeah,
another 20 years or so stacking, hopefully ahead of me. Knock on wood.
I think
Yeah,
that's
sure.
the idea too, is to keep in mind of, we all want to have more PMs than we have. Like really, it's never enough, right? But at the same time, it's like, there's plenty of time to stack. Like my grandfather, he legally couldn't start stacking until they allowed them to buy gold bullion again and silver bullion again.
Wow.
And he was in his 40s.
30s. Yeah.
Yeah, like he was born in 1932, and so he was, it was the 1970s that he was able to stack again. I'm like, here I am being able
Wow.
to do it. I started buying stuff when I was in probably my early 20s, and it's like I have in my lifetime way more time to acquire than he did, even though he got it cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not about that, right? Like in 20 or 30 years, I'm gonna look back at the price of silver and be like, man, $70. I wish I could buy it for that cheap
Yeah.
again. It's like it's a
We
matter
always
of
that,
time
yeah.
perspective.
I love that Washington quarter there, Dragoon. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a.
Wow. That's
I
cool.
can't remember who it was. Scottsdale or somebody did this for the bicentennial
That
or
is
whatever.
so nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah. It's probably Niue, that country.
oh yeah, it is Samoa.
It's probably back on there. Yeah.
I think
Samoa.
those are Scottsdale, maybe, because they do a lot of coins for Samoa. That's what it's hard to see on gold, but
But yeah,
there
this
it
is
is,
their
yeah.
Commander Series,
Samoa.
Washington 250 privy, all that stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like that
what
one.
country
That's super
makes us
nice.
The rose cap.
shockingly, beautiful coins for being what I would consider to be like a very bad country I would not want to go to is Somalia. Actually makes incredibly beautiful silver coins.
Eesh.
I've
Yeah,
got a few of them.
wouldn't wanna go there.
Set up.
They make some of the world's best scammers.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll say this, though. I'm more confident buying their silver coins than China's.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't have any actual silver coins. I think this one's a pumpernickel, but it's fairly large and kind of cool. You know, so we got the coat of arms and then
Yeah.
the RMS Titanic with the
Oh, that's
date
really
on
cool.
there. I think I got this for like 10 or 15 bucks from one of the coin dealers I buy from in Arizona.
Wow. That's a really. You got it for 15 bucks?
Yeah. It's not silver. I think it's a copper nickel, and then it's just a genuine coin, so it's been cleaned. It doesn't have a grade, but I just like the Titanic kind of theme.
I was like, when'd you buy it for 15 bucks? COVID crash? Like the day of COVID?
Oh no.
Yeah.
So it's this day.
This is Samoan too. I think Dragoon, you have this one, right?
No, I don't have that one.
Oh, okay. I thought you did.
No, I've never seen that. I've never seen that one.
Yeah, it's
Pretty cool.
It's also from Samoa as well.
That's
You
nice.
know what? I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. Being a coin collector, I learned, and most of you probably seen the Red Book. You know,
Yeah.
if you take a Red Book from 1962 and just take the top 10% of the rarest coins in there, they have gone up more than anything else, more than any stocks, more than anything else in price in the last 60 years.
I believe that. And
Yeah, that makes sense.
to like go off of that as well, you know, we were talking about like the legacy idea of some of these things and how
Yeah.
some of these really rare or high grade coins can be difficult when they get passed down. But
Yeah.
when those coins are passed down, that is like the unimaginable opportunities open up for those inheritors, because it's like these are coins that are realistically probably going to be outside of their buying potential or desire to buy it, since it's such a high value coin. But like those, like, you know, the stuff that you've been buying, Dragoon, like those MS65 Liberties, like when your children are your age, they're going to be worth a lot more than what you paid for them.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
And
Oh.
it's like those things where it's like those are, I think, good buys right now, right? It's like numismatics are in a really strange place. Like if you're a numismatic investor, it's tough, but if you're a numismatic buyer and you're not looking to like offload your numismatics, it's beautiful right now. You can get so many good things for close to melt, you know. 64s and lower are going for melt in a lot of cases.
Yep,
65
pretty
and up.
much.
There's premiums, but they're not like crazy premiums yet, you know. And if prices go down, I think they will still hold premiums on rarity.
Anybody know that 1913 nickel? You know who owned that last one that sold?
Who?
Was the Kraft family.
Oh, nice.
Like Kraft mac and cheese?
Yes, you got it.
The owners of the
You know,
Patriots.
Patriots. Yeah.
You know what they paid? You know what they paid for that nickel when they got it?
I want to say it's like 5 figures.
They paid like $500,000 when
Oh,
they got it.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
It's the highest grade known. You know what it just sold for?
12 million. I don't know.
4.2.
Nice.
I was gonna get 5 mil.
Yeah.
A 10x
Insane,
return.
isn't it?
And see, those things are totally divorced from like the price of the metal content in them.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like-
I mean,
Well, you're
there's only
dealing
5 of them.
with a new market. You're dealing with a market of extremely wealthy people who want the prestige of owning something that nobody else in the world can own. So the money's no object. Like, it's just you got to find somebody who's wanting to have that flex piece.
You've got people out there that got money and they have nowhere to invest it.
Exactly. They're just like, whatever.
There's
There's 4 mil. Okay.
Yeah, there's a hockey player. He was on Cabbage Coins. His specialty he likes is the barber set,
Oh, cool.
and you should see some of the night. And he goes. Actually, he was in Ohio, and he bought something from my. And he's doing the V nickels, and he's got like top shelf cameos and stuff like this, they need something to invest in. I mean, they got money. Charlie Sheen bought a 1927 Yankees World Series ring. For $250,000 or something like that. And they don't want to put it in the stock market.
Yep.
He can buy a ring or a coin and don't have to worry about paying property gains on it. Depends on where he sells it, but that's what a lot of them do. Coins isn't off. I mean, I see some coins that they're selling for huge money. I mean, millions of dollars, and guys are fighting over them because they got that. BTGS has that, top of the line. I got the top of the line collection, and that one guy that has the Standing Liberty quarters. He not only buys the top one, he buys two of them, so nobody else can beat him.
Yep.
I mean, he's got the best Walking Liberty collection I've ever seen. I mean, they're all like 68s and 67.
I'm working on it, man. I'm just getting started.
I'm talking about the quarters.
Megan's gonna get there. He's gonna get there.
Yeah, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I want to carry this conversation on, but we have to do it on another date. Maybe we start our own little digital coin club and we meet up and we talk about this stuff, every couple of weeks or something. But yeah, this is it's been a good time. If it wasn't 1 a.m., I'd be wanting to keep going for a long time, but
No worries,
I gotta get to bed.
All right.
Thanks for having me on.
Thank you all.
Thanks,
Good
talking to everybody.
Wait, hang on after you close out. I got to ask you for the email of Ocean, so I want to pay him.
Yeah, I'll keep it on. Let me everybody that's watching in the audience, appreciate you guys watching. We're gonna go ahead and kill the stream, and I'll keep the backstage up here so we can chat real quick. Take care, all.
See you, Warhammer, Catcom, Serpents. Thanks again, Megan,
Thanks
for having me on.